Howdy,
Howdy.
carnivores.
Hi, I get goosebumps every time I see that. Look, the tears already started. So
Yeah,
emotional.
Michael's a mad genius. How are you
Yeah.
guys all doing? Welcome to 700 plus. We got to
Probably
change the name. We got to call it
Probably
700.
sick of us.
Yeah, they should be sick of us. We've been on a lot today this
Been a
week
big day. I'm exhausted.
for sure. But I appreciate you guys coming by. Let's see. Still in SPG? Yeah, no worries. We'll be here.
Yeah, we left the meeting in a
For
bit of
sure.
a hurry.
We had to hop out for a minute.
Hi, Pearl.
Hi, Pearl. How are you?
Howdy. So we'd love for you guys to put in the chat where you're from. If you made the roundtable with SBG today, our first roundtable with SBG live stream, we'd love to hear about that. That would be awesome. No worries, Paul. Oh, we're just rolling out. Yeah.
Yeah, a good meeting. I'm glad I'm not the only one. Yeah, my tissue's close by.
How was your guys' weekend? How did everything go? You got any fun plans for this coming week? Kind of put that in there while we get going and where you're from.
Tomorrow, I'm going out with my daughters. We're going into the town, into the city, and we're going to a Japanese magic show. So my daughter, she loves everything Japanese. She's been to Japan twice, and she's like, Mum, I've got to take you. And I'm like, all right. So her big sister's coming as well. So yeah, that'll be fun. I have no idea what a magical Japanese show is going to be about, or I suppose it's magic tricks, but yeah.
Be awesome.
That is awesome. That's going to be a good time. Oh, thank you very much, Pearl. We appreciate you hanging out with us. It's awesome. Yeah, that should be a lot of fun for sure. I haven't seen a magic show since 2012 when I got married. I got married on 12/12/12, and we went and seen Chris Angel in Vegas.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I haven't seen a magic show for a long time either, but I'm more nervous about going into the city. I haven't been into the city for years, like to actually get out of the car and walk around. This will be a first. So I'm a bit nervous because I don't know my way around the city. Ella, my daughter, she's fantastic, but I'm kind of worried about how far this magical Japanese thing is, from the car, where we're going to park the car, where we're going out for dinner, if we go out for dinner. Like, I'm a little bit nervous because it's a big trip that I'm not used to. So, but I'm pushing myself. I'm going to do it.
That's what you got to do.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Hello, Beth.
Daughter's essential.
Yeah, Michael did an awesome job on that intro. That's awesome. Let's see here. Grand Rapids. Hi, hello to Mary, Grand Rapids.
Yeah.
Utah.
Hi.
There we go. Did any of you guys catch us in the hey Steve, there he is. How are you, Steve?
Hi.
Did any of you guys catch the SBG roundtable live stream earlier today? That I'm really curious to see what you guys thought of that and if you want to make that a keeper. So there we go. Steve is in Ohio. I remember that now. I'm a slow learner, but I will get that memorized eventually, Steve.
I still need to print that silly map and put up on my wall because, I'd love to know where all these places are. I have no idea.
That's awesome. Well, there's Beth saw it today. That's awesome. So that's one vote for do it again.
Do it again, yeah.
That's awesome.
Well, we did have a bit of a malfunction at the end.
We did.
Yeah.
So Raymond accidentally fat fingered the end all instead of just leaving the stream. He shut her down. That's what happened. So we now know that Raymond cannot have all the buttons.
No, we took his buttons away.
Yeah, he's in the naughty corner.
So next week, next week we won't have such a dramatic outro. We will. He's into that a little bit better. But the joys of doing things live in real time, right?
Yeah. You should have saw our faces when we're all looking. We saw that stream ended, and we're
Yeah.
all like, "Huh?"
What?
Barry, I
Yeah, poor
appreciate it.
Raymond.
We got 2 votes for do it again. Yeah, poor Raymond. It was hilarious though.
I think next week it's on a Saturday. I don't know if
Yeah.
that helps, but
Yeah.
yeah, trying
We're
a
gonna do it.
different time.
Yep, 4 p.m. Pacific next Saturday. Actually, we're gonna do the roundtable again. Oh, perfect. We will do it again, Linda. That's 3 votes. For heck yeah.
It's free. There's no round table.
Oh, it's free. Yeah, the roundtable's free. The steak and butter gang, they also have a free forum too.
Right.
Yeah, they have a free forum, and the roundtable is completely free. It's just you just hang out and watch it. Like, yeah, it's
Like this one.
incredible. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
It was. We were all in shock. Our mouths had all dropped. I was like, what? What's going on? And poor Raymond had no idea that he booted us all.
No, it was hilarious though. It was the comedic timing was perfect though.
Yeah, I'm usually the gate crusher too. Always late to the party. We're the
No
rebels.
worries. I appreciate it. Well, it's going to start being a regular thing, I think, if people will have us this much.
The only magic show I've seen in forever is what low no
Yep.
done in my body.
That's the best magic
Yeah.
show, though.
Yeah. I'll pay lots for that one.
Oh, she's talking about the questions when they were coming in.
Oh yeah, for sure. And that's, to be honest with you, it's just we didn't know what to expect, but Bella is so popular that I mean there was almost 600 people in there and the questions were going so fast.
Yeah.
So yeah. No, I hear you. We'd like to answer them all, and we'll try to answer them all, but then the super chats start, and we have to give priority to the super chats, obviously, because people are really, they're supporting the channel, but there's always going to be our live streams too, and we'll try to get you as much information. But unfortunately, that's what happens when that's the one downside to people getting popular is there's so many questions. Another thing though, me and Lindy are probably gonna, I don't know, I haven't asked you, Lindy, but there were like I have a join button, which is only like $5 a month or something, and then that gets you members only chat access so that your questions are priority for that way you don't have to pay like $5 a chat or something. We'll see, you see that they're members and then you get priority just in the regular chat as well. So that's another way of going about it. But it is the YouTube animal, as it would be as you start getting a little bit of a crowd, in order to kind of put more time into it and stuff. That's the only way we can make a little bit of money. And that's kind of, money's not the objective here because we all have day jobs, but it does help pay for StreamYard and things like that because there are expenses to it. So I totally get it. And we're far away from you having to worry about us being too busy to answer your questions.
Yeah, we're not that popular, which is a good thing.
We're not rock stars by any means. Perfect. Yep. They will start being a weekly thing.
Yeah, there's no requirement to pay anything.
No.
And if we didn't get cut off, we probably, because I did actually see your question there, and I think we were coming close to it, and then Raymond booted us by accident. So
and we answered a lot of questions that weren't paid questions. It's just the paid ones get priority because that's the purpose. And we didn't know what to expect. We'll probably end up, I don't know, we got to talk to them, but it'll probably end up being a little bit longer to get to all the questions too, because we're certainly going to try to get to all the questions. But
because SBG did have 2 meetings today, so that was why the meeting was short.
Yeah, this is like our fourth video today, actually. So today was just kind of jammed full. Also, you know, the good thing about the flip side of having a bunch of questions is most of the time we get duplicate questions. So a lot of times your question will get answered, even if we didn't answer your question, somebody else likely asked the same question. So that's usually good too. So let's see.
Yeah, like, as I said, you were so close to being answered, and then we got booted. So that was just bad luck on that one. And the meeting was only supposed to be an hour long, and I think we went for an hour and a half, and we would have kept going if we didn't get booted.
Yeah,
So.
and we'll get the bugs worked out of it too, because we didn't know what to expect, and then you guys came and drove. So you guys came. It was so crazy. So and I bet it'll get a little bit longer, and we'll get.
We were getting questions in there before the show even went live.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, it started so early.
Yeah. So it'll get better. So don't feel bad. A lot of questions didn't get answered because Raymond hit the button. It was so bad. And it's not like we can just turn it back on. We have to create a whole new live stream. And so
it wouldn't start on the same thing, it would have to go back out. It's
a whole thing.
Complicated.
Yeah.
I've only recently caught a couple of your live events. Wish I could be on all your channels at the same time.
No worries.
I think you can do in the incognito windows. Does that work? Doesn't matter. Thank you for being here anyway.
Absolutely.
All that matters is that you're here.
Yep. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Sandra.
I don't know if we can answer your question, Sandra. I don't know.
Yeah, I was gonna say that'd be a good one too. Is what is your question?
Yep.
We did have 3 mods in the background. The SPG mods are all there, but we're all finding our feet. They're all new to StreamYard, so next we'll be much more prepared next time round.
Yeah, we didn't even Raymond. Half the people didn't even know what buttons not to hit. So we're still working our way through it. Like you'd be surprised what goes on in the background. It's like, there was 3 people in the studio that you didn't even see that were doing moderating for us, and
because we had a couple in a couple of the chat rooms, and
I'm interested in
I'm interested in the troll comment though. Did you see messages that should have been deleted?
I didn't see any troll messages, but I wasn't really paying attention.
Meska and Linda.
Yeah, let us know, Linda.
I was just wondering if she saw something that we didn't see.
I bypass. No worries, Steve. Yeah, get some sleep, man.
Night, Steve.
Dreams.
Oh.
Yes.
We sure are. Absolutely, we are.
And Todd's got some cheeky things happening. Planning and scheming.
I am, but it's on the down low. We're not going to tell anybody because we got to make it work. But we're going to see if Sean Baker will go with us, and see if he'll text Joe Rogan that we're there, because they're buddies now.
No, not usually, DC. But we talk every day. Just the 3 of us. We don't normally talk to YouTube every day.
Yeah, we're buds. We talk to each other to figure out how we're going to talk to YouTube, but we're all buds now. It just kind of we're like adopted siblings now.
We watch movies together, which is awesome because I'm in Australia and they're in the US, so we stream our movies, and it's really cool. My husband comes in, he's like the third bromance. Yes. I'm on the outer now. Just the 3 boys. And
Scott's an awesome dude. We even have a group chat called the Dudes now.
That will help for sure. All live streams in one day. Wow, glad the next one will be on Saturday instead. Yeah.
Me too. It's hard for sure. We're just all trying to get our feet under us and get this schedule and everything figured out, but we're trying to get the good news out to as many people as we can. So
Not me, but I am on Lindy's. Some of the oddball replies implied potential trolls on another channel since it wasn't on the channel I was watching. Bella may have had a few trolls. Yeah, she has the bigger audience, so bigger following.
okay.
We're still little. We don't have any issues yet. I intend to clench fist and had too much electrolytes for it, but I spoke to Kems this morning. All good.
Oh,
I'm glad you got that sorted. Yeah.
that's awesome. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I don't know. You haven't bought your tickets yet, have you?
My tickets? No, I'm gonna get I don't know. So that's actually well, I probably shouldn't talk about this on there, but why not? So I heard Joe Rogan talking on his podcast that he's there on, I think, Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, that he's there. And so I think, seeing as how we're staying till the group is going to be there till, I don't know how much I should
Cool.
say this on air, but I think we should probably go after KetoCon, is what I was thinking, a day or two after. You know, like it would actually be like the 4th, I think. That's when we should go.
Well, I don't think there's an itinerary. Like, I don't know how long KetoCon goes for, like what time it finishes each day, because it goes for 3 days. So,
right, but
yeah.
it's so KetoCon gets over on Sunday, and I think we want to be there on Tuesday, is what I'm saying.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, because that's when I think Joe Rogan's there. So, but who knows? I'm just saying, we were on his podcast. That's another thing we should talk about for anybody that doesn't know. These two mugs, mine and Lindy's, were on Joe Rogan's podcast because Sean Baker put us up there. We're 15-minute celebrities now. So yeah, that'd be fun.
Hi, Deb. How are you? I think Deb was in the live stream as well, the round table.
Oh, nice. Deb, what did you think? Was that a keeper? Should we do it again? Was it fun? There he is.
Our groupie's in here.
Yeah, the meeting, SPG meeting must be over. So
yeah, we're getting the crew now. Oh, there we go.
Yeah,
we
I'm
are.
going to KetoCon.
Yeah. And I'm going to KetoCon, and then we're pretty sure that Michael's going to make it. It depends on how he's feeling.
We'll see.
He likes to play hard to get. This is just
he does. He does. Keeps us in suspense.
He does.
Look at that cheeky smile. We're watching you, Michael.
Learning my tricks, huh?
We are. Oh, that's awesome. I'm glad you liked it. I think we're doing it again next Saturday, in fact. Yeah. Those dudes are, man, it's just such a wealth of information. You guys had to see you know it, but the SBG calls are great too, because there's just so much information and so many awesome questions that come out of real circumstance and problems that are happening, and it gets solved over time. I mean, it's great. Hey, Mike, you guys go and check out Mike's channel too. He's got a great channel.
Hi, Mike. Yeah.
Appreciate it, Mike.
Carnivore Smile, Carnivore Glow.
Carnivore Glow. It's I think they call it permagreen. But that used to be hailed for another substance, but now I'm using it for carnivore.
Yeah, I think Todd should get up on stage with Joe Rogan and do a story. Yeah,
reenact it.
Do an open mic night. Play try and what do you call it? Try to channel my John Candy impression.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, exactly.
That'd be fun. I'll tell it to if I get on this podcast, I'll tell it on this podcast for sure.
I just watched a while. I wasn't going to, but I wanted to form my own opinions instead of what others say. Love to hear your opinions, how you
Yeah.
felt about it as well. Did
Yeah,
you
I'd love to.
agree with what we were saying, or did you have a different opinion, which is okay as well?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, feel free to pop your channels in the comments so everybody can check in and subscribe to your channels. Do you have a story for today? We didn't even talk about that.
We didn't talk
Well,
about that. I better start thinking about some.
yeah.
There's silly things have definitely happened, so I have to think about one. I usually get inspired, but it's been so busy I haven't even thought about it.
Yeah, yeah. I really enjoyed the live stream roundtable. Very helpful, even better with all you all on it. I'm still getting over my little shyness. They're like, "You, Lindy, you need to speak up more." And I'm like, I try, but everyone's so bigger personalities than me, and I kind of blend in a little bit, and I need to elevate myself a bit. It's hard.
Absolutely.
Kind of, yeah.
And then Michael's always over here playing the Fonzie, just playing it cool, letting us
Right.
chat it up over here. Well, he keeps everything running in the background.
Oh, no, I was posting Mike Shaw's channel in chat.
I know, I saw you got it. That was
Okay.
awesome. Yep, we'll pop that up there. That's Mike's YouTube. You guys go check it out. Good
I
dude.
think if it wasn't for Michael, everything here would just crash because he's just got everything organized. He just knows what he's doing. Super cool.
I'm pulling my weight while I still have it.
You're doing a fine job.
I was all worried our conversation here would be swamped after that Joe Rogan shout out. A few new people is fine, of course, just not a ton at once. Yeah, I'm happy about that too. I don't want to be swamped, and
no,
I like a small little community.
Me too, for sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, it's good to know that most of the people didn't give a crap. Is what it turned out to be. Which is just fine. That's funny. Perfect.
You're welcome.
Yep.
Michael's keeping everything rolling smooth.
Okay.
Oh, good. He got
okay. Yeah.
What channel were you on, Bypass?
Here we go.
She hasn't heard the plane story.
I don't know. I don't know if we should repeat it because then that would for everybody. What do you remember? What video we put that in?
I can find it.
Okay. Probably the third or fourth. I think. I don't know.
Yeah, it's about 3 videos back on the 700 plus series. It's right at
towards
the end.
Yeah, towards the end.
Yeah.
He makes you wait throughout the whole show before he starts telling his jokes.
Exactly. I got to keep you guys in tune, and these are just things. That's funny. But yes, we usually try to end the show on a funny note. Man, I'm gonna have to think of some stupid thing that happened because I wasn't thinking today. Oh boy. Let's see here. There we go. Getting Mike some subs. That's awesome.
Yay.
There you go.
I think with the young people of today, with how they bash others different, they will see the obesity instead of his struggles. There is so much hate in the world. This movie just adds to it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
sad, isn't it? Mm.
There we go. Deb got hooked up mics now. Let's see here. Oh, I missed one. Sorry.
Hi, Arlene.
Howdy, Arlene.
Hi.
So
You got to hear it exactly how it was said. I laughed so hard my dog still holds it against me. Yeah, you've told it a few times now, and yeah, I don't get sick of it. It's a good story.
it's 100% true. That's what's the funniest stuff is always the stuff that really happens life is funny in its own.
I just hope it doesn't happen to me when I come to KetoCon because I don't think I'd be able to handle it as well as you.
Okay, go ahead and shoot your question. Hardy har har. Oh, I thought it. Sorry, I misread that. It was behind my mic stand. I thought it said Carnivore Kip. I thought you were giving me a hard time about the Kip thing. I saw
Yeah.
that. Yeah. No,
Or
Carnivore.
do people know everybody calls you Kip?
They might by now.
So
Let's
that's
see
a
what-
story. That's a story for everyone.
Oh yes, yes. I think we all do,
Yes, we do.
and it
Not
absolutely
brave.
has. Yeah, it's helped a
Yeah.
lot. Should we talk about amino acids yet, or I don't even know what to say. I think amino acids are helping me get my fluid off, but I can't tell you for sure because it's only been about 2.5, 3 weeks. But it's looking like, for whatever reason, there's a link to all three of us. Well, me and Lindy and some other people. Michael's just starting taking high doses of amino acids, amino acid therapy, and it really helping with getting the fluid off. So, but to answer your question, just carnivore took away 80% of probably my fluid problems. And now I no longer have to take fluid pills every day, but if I don't take them for 2 weeks and I tend to work a lot in a chair sitting down, I'll gain like 20 to 30 pounds of weight of fluid over like a 2 to 3 week period. And then I have to take fluid pills for 2 days and get it all off. And then I'm fine. Uh, but that's starting to be less and less of a problem the further I go. And one of the biggest changes that I've made recently is I'm doing this amino acid therapy. And now it's helping me get fluid off during the day, which I never used to do. I used to only be able to get fluid off at night when my feet were elevated. Now I'm getting it off during the day, which is extremely handy. What do you guys think?
Yeah, same for me. I've been kind of on almost 2 years. In January, it'll be 2 years for me. I had very severe lymphedema, and I've got lipedema as well. My whole body was inflamed, was solid with fluid, and carnivore. It's improved so much since being carnivore. All the pain that I had in my legs, especially at night time, you get the aches and pains from the lymphedema. That was just, I couldn't sleep. It was so bad some nights. That's all gone now. I don't get any pain at all. And since starting the aminos, it's less than a week. I've only been on it for about 5, 6 days now. And like I'd drink through the day, and I don't go to the toilet until I'm in bed. And then like I get up 3 or 4 times through the night. Through the day, I hardly ever go to the toilet. But I'm actually going to the toilet now. I actually feel so much lighter. Like I don't feel like normally by the end of the day, that swelling kind of comes back a little bit. I've got none of that now, and I can only put it down to the amino acids that I'm taking now. That's made that difference. Nothing else has really changed in the last few
For sure.
months. So I do think that's helping a lot. But it's only been a week, early days, and Todd, you've been under a couple more weeks, I think, than me.
Yeah, yep, for sure. I've been about 2 weeks before you, and it definitely has. It's allowed me to go to the bathroom more during the day, which I can't say. I mean, everybody's probably like, "Oh, that's what big deal." But it's like if you
No,
have
yeah.
fluid on you, it's a huge deal because if you don't get it off during the day and you're taking fluid pills, then it keeps you up all night. You don't get into a REM sleep. It's a whole thing. And so it's a life changer. And I don't know about you guys, but man, there's nothing that makes me feel worse than having all that extra weight in my legs. And I mean, it wears you down, it makes you tired, you just feel sick.
Oh,
Mm. But last night, I think I mentioned it to you before. I was sitting on the couch last night. I had my feet up because I sit down at my desk pretty much all day. I'm working, and had my feet up on the little puff thing. And my husband comes over to hand me something. He's like, "Your feet look normal. Like they weren't all puffy and like
Yeah.
full of fluid like they normally are." And I looked at them, I didn't even notice. Like I don't sort of see these things. And my
Yep.
husband, he doesn't see anything either. For him to notice that my feet actually look normal, I was like, oh my God, yeah, you're right. Yeah, so that was really exciting. So
Yeah, that's awesome. It's really good news. And I mean, I'm seeing, I think there's just a healing effect going on with this immunotherapy combined with priming, combined with, carnivore, all these things together
yeah,
are coming together. It's not any one of the things by themselves, but we're just getting really we're healing our body tissues and everything's healing quite well because I mean, I noticed my hair's growing and stuff this week too. Or I noticed that it's growing. So obviously, it's been growing a little while, but I really noticed it because I started kind of examining things, and I'm just putting on a lot more muscle. I'm getting some muscle, like I'm not lifting or anything, but old muscle that I used to have when I was younger seems to be reconstituting, and that neuropathy or the neuropathy's healing in my legs, which is really good, and the old muscle that died from me being or what's the word? Atrophied. The muscle that atrophied from being stuck in that chair for over 2 years, it's just coming back on its own, and it's quite impressive to see. And I think the amino acid therapy is really kind of kicking it over pretty well too. So
I haven't
yeah,
started amino acids yet, so I don't know if it's going to work for me or not. But here you can see what I was dealing with, and
mm, yeah,
so I'm hoping that it will knock that down for me.
yeah,
that's
that'll be
yeah, that
awesome. I'm excited to see how it goes. Yeah.
Yep.
absolutely.
My sirloin tip roast turned out great tonight. I was cooking it during the last live I was with you guys. I love
That's
multitasking. Yeah.
mm. Yeah, and I love roasts, period. Roasts are one of my favorite things, man. They every time I do one, I'm like, why don't I just do these all the time? you know? Fasting, nice.
It's strange because it's like Sunday for you guys, and that's what Monday here for us, for Heath
Oh,
and I. So most of the Aussies are probably at work, and yeah, whereas it's your Sunday, you've got a lot of a big turnout.
right. All right.
Do any of you use the pump? I do, and it's not getting anywhere.
Um,
I didn't go on, Michael.
Go ahead, Lindy. Go ahead, ladies first.
I didn't use the pump because they didn't have any my size. I just put up with it. Same with compression. I couldn't find anything that would fit me. Now, even compression, I still don't wear it very often because I have a lot of loose skin. It's still very tricky to put up. I do have a vibration plate under my desk that I put my feet on, and that kind of vibrates your legs and gets the circulation moving, and that has been really good.
Yeah.
Like I used to find that my feet and legs would go to sleep, and when I stood up, like everything was aching. And actually, can get up and just walk off and do my things now, and I don't get the aches and pains. So the vibration plate does help a lot,
Yep.
and that's really all I do. Really,
I've
Michael.
I've had custom fitted sleeves with the air for the pump, and I didn't really notice it. I think the massage therapy that I was getting did more with the lymphatic system and massaging in all the lymphatics spots. I will say over the pump, I think the shake plate is better. It moves more fluid. I recommend getting one of those. You can get a real nice one. They just had it on sale at Amazon. That goes up to 500 pounds for $300.
I got the
And
same one. Michael actually showed it to me first and I ordered it and it definitely helps. And
yes,
for me, that's why I'm so glad I can get on the floor now. Well, I could always get on the floor. Getting back up was the tricky part. So I'm happy that I can get on the floor at will and get back up now because I stand on the shake plate, but I have most of the swelling in my calves, especially the backside of my calves. And so I like to lay with my feet on the big plate and let it massage the back of my calves and have my feet elevated. And that really helps me get some fluid off. What I'm excited about with amino acids is that, it's letting, it's letting this stuff not come back on, it's keeping it from coming back on so quickly, and I'm not storing up the fluid as much anymore. And no, I clicked on the wrong one, but no, we didn't need a prescription for that. Amino acids are just a supplement. It's called Perfect Aminos. There's few of them, but Perfect Aminos are the ones that we are trying right now.
And I'm gonna try the cheaper ones and see if how those work for me.
Yeah, and I mean, it's anecdotal right now, but it is strange that three of us, me, Lindy, and another person, have all seen fluid
4 actually.
floor. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. Fluids moving a lot quicker in all of us. So yeah, it's making a difference. I think I truly believe that. And for me personally, whatever's going on, something really healing is going on too, because I've been eating a lot of meat lately, which is way different than what I used to.
Sorry, I don't get that. Is that part of the conversation?
He might be
Mike,
talking to somebody else.
well, Mike
Yeah.
shot from what I can gather, Mike, fill us in. You were on an episode of Unsolved Mysteries and you made $50. Here's what I can tell.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Hi, Karen. Yeah, it's been a busy day and it's been busy for you too because you've been in most of the streams. So thank you. Thanks for your support.
Yeah, thank you very much. It is, you guys are amazing. I cannot believe you have not all gotten really sick of us yet.
Raymond Nazon, he's the coach at SBG. He's been doing aminos, I think, about 6 months now. And we all decided to jump on board and just be his little guinea pigs, see how we go, if you've got any, to see how it goes.
Yeah, when I joined SBG, I don't know, 3 months ago or something, I picked up Raymond as a coach because I knew I was stalling out and I wanted to really hit the priming because I'd been doing OMAD for 9 solid months and I was losing energy and I was stalling out and wasn't losing weight because I was under eating and I suspected that I was. And so I got Raymond to coach me. And like the first day that he was my coach, he's like, I'm doing this thing with amino acids, but I shouldn't really talk about it because I don't know what it's doing. I'm like, I'm in. You sold me. So for the very first time I had Raymond as a coach, he was just playing with this amino acid stuff. I'm like, yeah, let's do it. And so that's why I started a little bit earlier. And it took a little time to get the amino acids here, but he's researching it. There's nothing, we're all too new into it to say for sure, but there's definitely some really fun effects, and the fact that there's a large enough of a group of us doing it now, and that there was 4 of us that, like a light bulb came on all 4 of us when we were having a conversation the other day. I was like, hey, did you notice this? And Raymond was like, yeah, and Lindy was like, oh yeah, so it was crazy. So
Yeah.
it's pretty exciting. There we go. Let's see here. There we go. That was one I was looking for.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, thank you. I do, so don't sleep.
I hear you there. That was the worst part that it was doing to me. So I'm really excited to get some of this fluid off during the day. But I'd like to know more about your story because I don't know how much lymphedema you have or how long you've been carnivore, but it definitely gets better. It really, really does get better.
Yeah.
Oh, I keep clicking on the wrong ones. Let's see here.
You guys are signed up to the SBG December Challenge and followed you there. Started priming 6 weeks ago, and I'm still hungry after years of yo-yo dieting, restricting, gained 12 pounds, not fluid. Welcome to SBG. We didn't have to point out and say hi next time.
For sure. Okay, you started priming 6 weeks ago and still hungry after years of yo-yo dieting. Yeah, yeah, who cares about the weight too? Like, I don't know if you're worried about that or if you're happy about it. I've become increasingly happy about it because first of all, I'm increasingly happy about it because this shirt, I've wore it for a long time on these videos the last like 3 months. And I was just noticing today, here I am sitting here about 30 pounds heavier after priming, some of it fluid, some of it not. But I'm sitting in this shirt today and I was just thinking about it today. The shirt fits looser and I'm 30 pounds heavier and the shirt fits looser because the weight that I'm picking up on priming is so much, it's just muscle, right? It's like a body composition change. And so it's really been nice, and I haven't minded it at all with the hair growth and the fact that that I'm not retaining as much fluid now. I'm really quite enjoying it. Like it's weird to get heavier and be happy about it, but it's a real thing. Uh, well, here's one for Lindy.
No, wow, that is huge. Thank you.
Oh, my hair goes back.
I lost a lot of hair with because it's been such an extreme weight loss. My hair is so thin now compared to what it used to be. And when I started priming just a few weeks ago, my hair loss it just stopped falling out. And I'm hoping now it's going to start thickening up. So definitely try priming. That seems to have fixed up Todd's problem. He's got a bit of hair growth happening there. Mine has stopped, and I'm hoping mine's going to thicken up. Definitely helps.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Here we go. So here is the second part of that. I didn't see this part. So she ended up on gained 12 pounds, not fluid. Not too happy, but I'm going to start cutting to 2 meds. Yeah, I wouldn't sweat it. Like, I would really take your time on the priming thing to make sure you get it right because it is important. And 12 pounds, I mean, at the peak of how much I gained, and some of it, about 22 pounds was fluid and some wasn't. I gained like 44 pounds or something at the peak of it, and 22 pounds of it ended up being fluid. I got off in just a couple of days. But I was right back down to my exact same weight in, like, 2 weeks. That other 20 pounds came off in, like, 2 weeks of fasting afterwards. Like, it's really isn't a big deal, and for the lean body mass and composition change that I've had, the hair growing back, the lymphedema healing up, the tissue that it's healing up, it's pretty incredible, you know? I haven't really talked to you too much about that, Lindy, but when you were first doing priming and stuff, or the now, did you see that kind of swing where you gained a little bit of weight and then all of a sudden when it made the fasting better?
Yeah, see, I don't like to talk about it because I was at such an extreme weight. I lost weight priming because 800 pounds is a
Yeah.
lot of change there. When you're close, like right now, my weight loss has slowed down. I'm like everybody else, it's not dropping fast at all because I'm closer to my goal weight than 800 pounds. So, yeah, I don't like to really talk about sort of my experience at the start because it is pretty extreme. But there's so many people in the MSBG who are worried about putting weight on. And you need to sort of think of this as priming as you're healing your body. You've got so many years of eating, the SAD diet or whatever diets, keto, whatever. You now need to prime to replenish all your hormones, get everything working properly. And some people gain weight, some people will lose weight. It's different for everybody. It's not a one size fits all approach. But once that fasting starts, when you go through that schedule, the weight just melts off. And we have people who are starting on their journey and they're starting to put on a little bit of weight and they're literally crying in the meetings saying, look, I'm putting on weight. They're frightened to put on weight. And then give it a month or two down the track, they're like, oh, I'm so happy I've lost all this weight. I should have trusted you. I should have trusted the process. I was worrying over nothing. And, they're just so happy. But it is daunting at the start and you just got to try and get to the mindset that you are healing your body. And this weight gain, it's a healthy weight gain. You're not eating sugars and carbs and putting bad food in you. You're nourishing your body. So a lot of people also may gain a lot more muscle and less fat, and muscle weighs less than fat. So weighs more than fat. So you could be losing fat, and that's why taking measurements is a much better indicator rather than looking at the number on the scale. So take your measurements. You probably find you're losing inches and the scale's not moving or going up, but your composition is changing. So what do they say? Divorce the scale. Put it away while you're priming. Don't look at that. Go by how your clothes feel. Take your measurements. Keep eating meat. If you're just eating your carnivore diet, you're not doing anything wrong. So
yeah, absolutely. The scale's so silly. I don't have it pulled up, but I found an older picture of me that, you know, when I'd starved for 17 months, and I look at that picture and I'm skinnier, but that was literally all that picture had going for it. I was also weaker, sicker, you know, depressed, suicidal, addicted to everything, you know, addicted to gambling, you know, caffeine, sugar, uh, you know, nicotine, like everything about that person, but it was lighter, right? And so, you know, conventional wisdom in the diet, you know, you know, hysteria that's going on, or you know, environment that we're all in. I should have been a happier, healthier, better person because I was, you know, 100 pounds lighter than I am right now. But I can tell you, I am healthier. You know, my oxygen as I sit here now is 96%. My oxygen at 24 when I was 100 pounds lighter from a starvation diet was only 88%. You know, I breathe better. I'm not depressed anymore. I don't have anxiety. I'm not suicidal. I'm not any of those things. So there is no real correlation with being lighter being the end all be all for health or happiness or anything, you know. So yeah, you could gain some weight, but your body's going to heal. And when you know, I like what Raymond always says too, that a carnivore body might just be a little bit heavier and a little bit denser than a carb body because we're, you know, we're having more dense, lean muscle mass and tissue. So yeah, you shouldn't worry about it. You should just worry about how you feel, how your clothes fit, how your mobility is, how your strength is, how you're sleeping, how your mental health is, if you're feeling good. And man, that's where the victory is at in my personal opinion. So
yeah,
let's see, we
there's
might
no
have
rush. There's no rush. Just trust the process, day at a time, and you will see results. Like it's been
no
2 years for me, and it's like a flash. At the time, it didn't seem like it, but it does go quick.
for sure.
I have severe neuropathy, but it was due to spinal cord injury.
Agree.
Yeah,
That nerves are the slowest to recover, but they do recover. And I'm definitely getting my neuropathy. My feeling back in my legs has gotten 80% better for sure.
mm,
Absolutely welcome.
Spinal fusion. Yep.
yeah.
All right.
It was my upper thigh.
So amino acid therapy, basically, from what I gather, and this is why none of us really talk about it because we're still getting boned up on it ourselves.
And
But
we're not doctors.
we're not doctors. This is just what our opinion, or at least my opinion, of amino acid therapy is. And so basically there's 8 essential amino acids and there's 15 branch chain amino acids that your body makes out of those 8 essential amino acids. So the first like month, you take a amino balance that has all 23 amino acids in it. So it's got like the 8 essentials and the 15 branch chains that are built out of it. And you take that to kind of shotgun everything and kind of just, it's kind of like priming, but for amino acids, right? Instead of just protein and sorry, my dog's barking instead of just protein.
I'm here.
Okay, good. She's yelling. But you do that all 23 to try to fix any small deficit you might even have in the branch chains. But then the next month you go to what's called perfect aminos, which are just high doses of the 8 essential amino acids. And long story short, you no, not you, me, what I do is I take like 5 times the dose that it says to, if not 10. So you're really saturating yourself in it and you're doing it like every 3 hours. So you're taking a massive amount of it every 3 hours so that the amino acids are in your system 24 hours a day. And our goal is to see if we can almost what do you call it? Overdose on amino acids, which just means you're going to get a headache and a little bit nauseous. And we're trying to see if we can overdose because then at least we will know that we have everything that we need. And then we want to see how that helps us with fasting. We want to see how it helps us with carnivore and how it helps us putting the whole foods, whole animal based foods in our body and what it does. And so far for me, what it's doing is definitely is making my brain run a little bit better. And which is scary to think that it was worse than this before, but it's making that run a little bit better. And it's making my hair grow back, which is crazy. And it's making my lymphedema heal. And it's also putting good weight on me because it's lean muscle. I even started, that's why I went and found this old picture of me because I used to have kind of big traps and I lost them. And I was like, oh, I used to look better with the traps. And now I'm not lifting and my traps are growing back, which is kind of funny. Right. So that's kind of it in a nutshell. But it's basically, it basically is just, I think Raymond would say that it's amino acids are kind of the base to absorbing any of those basically being able to absorb protein, minerals, and nutrients. Basically, collagen, all sorts of things. So, but we're amateurs, so that's just our opinion.
I'm all set for this. There it is, and I'll post a link to it. I've looked into these for many, many years. The one that I was looking at that was going to support me at my weight was like $1,500 was the one I was looking at. This one here goes up to 500 pounds. So you can find one that doesn't go to this weight capacity if you're a lower weight, of course. But for us, we need something that's, that supports a higher capacity eventually that we'll be able to get down and use it. But for $339 for a 500-pound capacity, you ain't going to find it. And it's built really good. And I'll post
Absolutely.
a link to it.
Absolutely. I fluctuate with my fluid and stuff. I fluctuate between basically 460 pounds and 500 pounds. And I've been on there at 500 pounds and it holds every bit of it. So,
Yep. I use mine. I put mine at the bottom of my recliner and I just put my feet up on it and put it on the lowest setting and it just rocks my feet back and forth and it helps. Lindy uses one under her desk.
yeah, I stand on
SPG meetings up there with my microphone off and my feet vibrating away. Nobody can tell.
Yeah, she told me once. She said, "If you see my cheeks vibrating, it's the shake plate."
It moves you. It really does.
It does.
Yep.
It's
I
funny.
like doing it before. I like doing it before I go to bed. I find that, and it even helps your knees. My knees feel so much better when I do it.
Yeah, I wanted to make a joke video on it of doing the truffle shuffle. You guys remember the truffle shuffle? I thought that'd be hilarious on that. Absolutely, Deb. Look, and I'm just going to throw this out there because now we're working with the SBG gang a bunch more. We're only doing this because we really believe in them. We're not getting paid. We did finally, they hooked us up with like a free membership, which was cool. And I'm just being transparent because I want people, if I want people to know exactly where we're at with all this stuff. We only we only plug them or encourage people to join them because it helped us all so very much. And like this isn't like some sponsorship deal or some affiliate program. We just truly believe in that group of people. They're a great group of people and they're getting amazing things done over there. And it's a group of people that all don't have any biases, right? Like nobody is getting paid, a bunch of money to do anything over there. It was just a bunch of sick people that were trying to make their lives better or save their lives in a lot of situations that found carnivore and started trying things because they had to do trial and error until things worked. And this is a whole group of people that found things that worked, that made their position better, saved their lives, and now they're sharing it with everybody, and it brings in more people that need to save their lives. Who It brings this raw honesty to a conversation every day that we all get to learn from in real time because we get to watch what does work and what doesn't work, and we learn from it and we repeat it and we keep going, and it's amazing how much it's healing. And I think it's the best way to learn. I really do. And so for $1 a day, I mean, this stuff costs money. I've never made I've made $6.40 on YouTube since I've been on here. And the fact of the matter is I spent a lot of money on editing software, on StreamYard subscriptions, on CapCut subscriptions. I spent thousands of dollars on stuff here. We're not here for the money.
Oh.
We're here because this thing saved our lives, and we were all suicidally depressed, wanting to take our lives and just be out of here. And then it saved us. It pulled us out of something we didn't think we'd come out of. So that's why we're here. That's why we're telling you to go to SBG for $1 a day. I understand why they have to charge because they have coaches, they have overhead, they have websites, they have all sorts of software, they have bills they got to pay, and the amount of work it takes for those people to do all these meetings and organize everything. They have lives and families too. So, but $30 a day or $30 a month, $1 a day is so reasonable. I mean, where you can almost, I mean, they have almost a Zoom call every day over there where you can pop up and ask all the coaches and all the people a question. And not only that, but most of the time I find people ask questions that'll remind me that I had that problem too and didn't even think about it. And they'll ask a question and it'll answer a question that I hadn't even thought of asking yet. Like it's an incredible place to be. Plus, just the uplifting in those meetings and the support you get is
NSV meetings are awesome.
yeah. So yeah, I just wanted to clear that up because I know we're doing live tables with them, and I don't want anybody to think that
Just being transparent. Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to be transparent with everybody
And we were even talking about SBG even before we were, doing any of this.
I'll tell you exactly how it happened. Was I started doing YouTube videos and people were asking me things, and sometimes when it's weight related, I can answer it. Sometimes when it's diabetes related or health, specific health thing, I didn't know how to answer it. And so I was spending time trying to research it online because I didn't want to turn people away. There people are reaching out asking for help, and I didn't want to leave them empty handed, but it was above my pay grade. I didn't have any expertise in these things. So I actually, one of the reasons I joined SBG, and I also joined Sean Baker's Rivero, and I joined a lot of places because I was just trying to get information so I could help people. And it was such a weight off my shoulders because I was like, oh, I don't need to answer all these people's questions. It's okay for me to not know things, but I can lead them here because this place is, if anything's going to be worked out and a problem is going to get solved in the carnivore health community, it's going to be in those meetings. That's where it's going to happen at. So, that's why I started talking about it so much too. So, yes, the season premiere of, or let's see, the season premiere of season 2, Unsolved Mysteries. I lived in Roswell. I was an extra. Made it on the show. Good times. We got a celebrity in the house.
Not sick of you. I came looking for you guys after Primary 101. Oh, thanks, Molly.
That's awesome.
My lower belly was so big and hard that when I rolled over, the heaviness actually jerked me off the bed onto the floor for 2 years ago. Now that area is still squishy and saggy, huge improvement. Yeah, I think we've
Awesome.
all experienced that. We have the heaviness, and it was almost like having a bowling ball stuck to the front of you. It was just so heavy and uncomfortable. But yeah, mine's like a jelly belly now, for sure. It's a kind of it's squishy and a bit yuck, but much better than having a bowling ball. I'll take that any day.
Oh man, that boulder. When I got COVID and I got so waterlogged with all that fluid that gained, my stomach turned into a giant boulder, and no place I mean, if you laid on your back, it was crushing. If you laid on your side or your stomach, it was just like laying on a giant boulder that was just so painful. I'm so glad that that softened up for you. I know how exactly how miserable that can be. It's a rough one.
Mm-mm. I have a confession to make. I will watch your replays like every day. I hope others find your channels and become inspired by time. Oh, Keith.
You
You're
you are the
awesome.
man. We're gonna make
Yeah.
some t-shirts, and we're gonna have to make some Kiwi t-shirts when we start doing some 700 plus stuff and send Keith as the number
Each has
one fan.
a thumbs up symbol. 2 thumbs up. Keith
Yeah, we do
Ronaldo.
that
Yeah.
for
My
sure.
little smile. I will never get tired of listening to your stories and your accomplishment. Thank you, Pearl. It means
Thanks,
a
Pearl.
lot. I had major pitting edema prior to Carnivore. The first month I lost 30 pounds, and I'm sure it was mostly, if not all, water weight. I love wearing my regular shoes again.
That's awesome.
I used to live in slippers because I couldn't fit into my shoes. And then I wanted to start walking, and I sent my daughter to the shops to buy me some sneakers because I knew what size I was. They're still sitting there. I've not used them because I can't get my feet into them.
Yeah.
I haven't tried recently. I might have to try them and see if I can wear those.
I
But,
should show the boneyard of shoes that I bought when I got stuck in that chair because I kept trying to buy shoes. And I went from size 14s to size like 18s, and I couldn't find any bigger ones. And then I still couldn't even fit in the size 18 shoes because my feet were so swollen that I just didn't wear shoes for 2 years after that because I couldn't find any shoe that my foot would fit in. It was crazy.
Yeah, I lived in slippers. What are your thoughts on a stall?
Go first.
Oh, I just think of it as my body's got something to do. It needs to heal something. So I'm not worried about it at all. Obviously, because I said I've lost a lot of weight very quickly. My body needs to catch up. There's so many things it needs to fix. So if it stalls, I just know that it's concentrating on fixing that thing. And then when it's ready, I'm sure the weight's going to keep coming off. So not a problem at all for me.
Yeah,
It's aggravating.
Yeah.
It's aggravating, yeah.
I think it's exactly what Lindy said, or you underate. Yeah, mine was undereating and fasting too long, and I stalled out really hard. So if you're not having cravings, if you're having cravings, it might be something you're eating like cheese or something. But if you're not having cravings or you're eating a bunch of dairy, then it's probably exactly what Lindy said, just your body's going through a healing phase, or you are under eating and your body said, but you'll know because you'll be tired doing that. I think that's my experience with it. You guys can't hear my dog?
Okay.
Can you hear my birds?
Mm-hmm.
They want to come in.
I can hear the birds. I don't hear the
Can
dog.
you? Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
They want to come and play. Oh, thank you, Deborah. I'm glad we're helping you.
For sure. Let's see here. We're probably gonna have to do a shotgun round until we get caught up a little bit because I'm getting behind because I'm taking all these.
I know I gained weight when I started to increase my nutrition. Now I'm closer to 1,800 calories and my pants are loose again. My hair has also stopped shedding and lashes are getting thicker. Yay! Way to go.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
See
This
here.
takes time. You've just got to let your body catch up, and heal. Good to hear your positive experience with the weight change, Todd. I'm waiting to get both hips replaced in spring, so that's why I'm a bit worried. I started at 200 pounds, so I already had 50 pounds to lose.
I hear
Yeah.
you.
I thought I might need hip surgery. Obviously, being 800 pounds, my hips are not too good, especially the one side. I thought the bone would come out of its socket. That's how bad it was. I had to brace myself on the wall, just walking up the hallway, always scared I was going to collapse. But it's improved now, like to the point where I don't think surgery is actually needed anymore. And it's probably by losing a lot of weight. So, yeah, be interesting to see how you go. Hopefully by the time surgery is due, you may not need it.
Yeah, for sure. I think so.
Mhm.
I had it was weird. I kept having a hip pop out of place, but it was because my lymphedema was so heavy on my legs that when I had my leg hanging off of a footstool, it was putting some sort of weird up pressure. Yeah, and it was
Yeah.
popping my hip out, and that was uncomfortable. That was actually scary. So I feel for you there, but I just think you're healing. I really do. I think we've all been so malnourished for so long. I think we just need to heal, and this is a healing weight that we kind of need to embrace a little bit.
Mm. I'm gaining fat because I'm virtually immobile, but I feel better emotionally despite being in agony from the bones in my hips rubbing together. Yeah, it's hard. But if you're eating carnivore, it's all the right foods. Just think it's the nutrition that's going to make you feel better eventually. Just don't do anything crazy like me and jump on a treadmill and push yourself.
Or jump rope like Todd.
Yeah, and hurt yourself. You don't want to do that. Just be kind to yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I divorced myself. Sorry?
I agree with what Keith just said there about divorcing your scales.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you got to just throw them away. Like, I mean, I like my scale because I need to know when I'm gaining fluid, so I know when to take my fluid pill. That's literally the only reason why I get on there, and I have to remind myself of that because I'll get on my scale and then I'll get mad. I'm like, "Rah!" And I'm like, why did I get on here? And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm just checking my fluid to see if I need the stupid fluid pills today.
Oh.
But that's
I
literally
actually weigh daily now because I bought one of those body composition scales that tells me my muscle mass and bone mass and all that kind of stuff. And I weigh every day, and it gets all recorded on my phone. I've got a spreadsheet, and I've become a real numbers nerd. But if it goes up or down, like I don't care. Like I know that I get fluid, I've got the lymphedema, that's going to happen. So if I put 2 kilos on overnight, I know it's going to be fluid because I know I'm eating right. So it doesn't really concern me, and I can see my stalls, and I just love the numbers now. So yeah. But I think if it gets to the point where I start worrying about that scale going up or down or whatever, then I'm going to have to stop it. But I just find it interesting, especially after seeing ERR on my scales for so long. It's just nice to be able to get on there and see a number. So I get a buzz out of it. That's when I gain over 120. It's after my husband's suicide in 2002. Took 15 years to figure out I deserve to live and be happy, and now I'm ready to take my life back. I'm so glad you're doing this. Yeah. So sorry about your husband.
So sorry about that.
Yeah, very sorry about your loss, but yeah, this I hope that you're finding it as healing mentally as I did for sure. Because that definitely gave me a bunch of strength back in that area for sure. So let's throw that up there.
I have a lot of respect for Sean, but he's wrong that carnivore is easy. Get up, eat meat, and repeat. There are a lot of people who are in the starvation mode. First, they need to feed.
I agree.
It's easy now, but it took 2 years to get here. and a bit of coaching. I had a lot of issues that I had to deal with first before I could get my mind set and my feet in it, firmly planted.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yes, please do send our channels, and I think our emails are also in our descriptions. So feel free to send us an email, and we can talk about our experiences. And when you're suffering these things of being overweight, lymphedema, any of these conditions alone, it's very difficult. So if you've got someone that you can sort of talk to, it does help. That's been a big part of my success, is finding people that relate to me and my experiences, that we can just share stories and help each other out. So, yeah, that's why we're
Absolutely.
here.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely send them over. I don't know. I'll be as helpful as I can, but I'll at least try to make them laugh.
It's got some good stories. Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah. Let's see here. Let's see. I'm just pulling through here. Let's go to here.
Yeah, it's like information overload. I think that's why my brain's hurting right now. There's just so much in there that I'm trying not to forget it all.
For
I
sure.
love it. Always learn something new every meeting. You learn something.
Absolutely. Lives
That's the
are.
amazing part for me. Lives are actually being saved. Yeah.
Couldn't agree more. I mean, it's very real. There's three of them right here for sure.
Yeah, that are actually starting to live our lives. Got big plans ahead of us, haven't we?
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm.
Here, absolutely.
I have been on this journey for a hell of a long time, and what works for most doesn't always work for me. So I should probably be there for sure. Yeah, one size doesn't fit all in regards to carnivore, and SPG can really help you find out what will work for you, between you and like the coaches, or I'm sure there's others they're experiencing the same things that you are, that you can compare notes. SPG has changed my life for the better. Finding others with very real issues like I have had helped me not to feel alone in this world. Yeah. I think I've done a lot of healing since I found you guys to start. Like, since I started my channel, found you guys, so much healing has happened just in these last few months that I didn't have before. Like, I had Emily and Raymond, but actually meeting you guys, I think, has been a real
I can say
benefit
the
for
same
me.
Yeah, I
to
think,
all of you
Yeah.
guys. Yep.
and that
Yeah.
just that goes to say too to everybody. That's why it's really important to be around like-minded people that have similar goals. Even though
Mm.
there's a great array of health problems, but we're all have a similar goal. We're equally yoked, so to speak.
Yep.
And so we have a common enemy, and we are being attacked by a common thing that we're all trying to overcome. And it's really good because it keeps you laser focused, and it really does renew your mind. It changes your mind, which for me was one of the biggest things. You gotta kind of get out of your feelings a little bit and get into not beating yourself up, because when we're in our feelings, we're so hard on ourselves, like we just beat ourselves up. And you really I always say that's like prosecuting, it's like putting an innocent man in jail, and it does two things. One, you're beating up the wrong person, you're punishing the wrong person, and the real culprit gets away because you're not looking for him anymore. When you are constantly beating yourself up for, sure, we all have a part to play in this, but when you're constantly beating yourself up instead of looking at the food, the food, the environment, the propaganda that's built against us to trick us into doing all this stuff so that we can be, subdued and overcome and weakened like it is. we all really have to wake up, and that's what I enjoy about being around like-minded people. That it helps renew your mind, it helps change your mind and get your head out of
Yep.
helps wake you up, get your head out of that system we've all been stuck in for so long that's made us so sick, you know?
Yep.
And I've always been one to just do things on my own, not trust anybody with my feelings or like just to stop getting hurt. But now I realize I actually do need help. I need people around me. So yeah,
It
so it's
helps.
been good.
Being
It
alone
does.
is never fun. Nope.
Yeah.
And I know how much you guys have changed my life for me, plus all of you out there coming in here every week and seeing and hearing that other people are out there going through the same stuff that we all are. It really helps a lot. Either it's, the weight, if depression, anxiety, loss of a loved one, it all, we're all in this together. You know.
Yeah, we can all get kind of stuck in our pain or whatever, and it gets very dehumanizing, and it's very important to be in a group like the SBG so
Yes.
you can, see that we're not alone. We're not alone in this fight. It got a lot
Yeah.
of it, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I thought I was alone until
So
I
did I.
reached out and look at you guys as well. You all thought you were alone.
Yeah.
And there's three of
Absolutely.
us now.
Didn't think anybody would understand what I was going through, and it's the worst feeling to have.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. I just learned today the hard belly is a sure test for visceral fat. I had mentioned in a PhD group that I thought the bulge over the hip was a good sign, but the hard belly is more definite.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know what it was because it was so hard. And like even in like winter, sometimes my husband likes to sleep in the middle of the bed, so I'd be on the edge of the bed and my stomach would be hanging over literally. And if it's cold, it was turning into like an ice block. And I think it was because it was so full of fluid that it must have felt like ice. Yeah, that was an awful feeling. So I think there's definitely a lot of fluid in it. But
Yep.
yeah, I don't have that anymore. It's just all like jelly now.
Like, yeah, mine was definitely fluid because it wasn't that hard until I got COVID. And then when I got COVID, got the scarred lungs, congested heart failure. I gained 84 pounds of fluid in like 3 weeks. And when that fluid came on, it turned my belly into stone. It was just,
Yeah.
yeah. And I feel you because, yeah, there was like no blood flow or anything. So it's just freezing all the time. It's like having an
Yeah.
iceberg, you know?
Yeah, very uncomfortable. And,
Yeah.
people say we shouldn't have got to that stage, but it just happens. I don't know. Life goes so quickly, and you sort of think, and a lot of people do it. I'm going to go on a diet tomorrow. I can change my ways. I can stop the next smoke, or stop drinking any time, but they don't. It just keeps going and going and going to the point where it gets too difficult, and then you just give up because you just can't see any way of getting back.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. And um, yeah, and it does happen, but it's just like the way that this is all built, it starts destroying your gut microbiome. It destroys your body's ability to really get any meaningful energy out of fat. So you're stuck on carbohydrates. And then when you're on carbohydrates, you're just you're overeating all the carbohydrates, you're spiking your insulin, but your body's not getting any nutrients either. So it's screaming out for protein and collagen. You don't want to eat protein and collagen, partially because your doctor tells you that if you do, you're going to have a heart attack and die, and that you're being an idiot. You think because you're sick, well, okay, well, I got to listen to him, or I'm going to die because my situation's already so bad. But it's so stupid because it's like, they take all your options away but to eat carbohydrates. And the carbohydrates are the thing that you're so addicted to that's keeping you insulin resistant. So it's no wonder that it happens. I get so tired of hearing that question. Well, it didn't just happen overnight and you didn't do anything about it. Bull crap. I worked on it for 26 years. It was hell for 26 years. And what I didn't do about it was I didn't do anything that was sustainable. I lost 300 pounds twice. I lost 200 pounds twice. Don't tell me I didn't do anything about it. I did everything I could do about it. I did, and that's why, now I used to think there was something wrong with me because I could never stick to a diet. So I'd just stop eating and starve myself. Well, no wonder I starved myself because I was eliminating the addictive substance from my life and I was not able to control portion control, but I could at least just abstain and get away from it. And I would rather starve. It was easier to starve than it was to try to eat the balanced, pure food pyramid standard American diet without always spiraling out. So, yeah, with that genius advice that the medical system has for us, no wonder none of us could get it done when they're feeding us our freaking drug that we're addicted to that's ruining us. Their idea is to feed it in small quantities. It's like, yeah, sorry to go on another rant, but I just makes me so mad. It's like, oh my god.
Um,
Or hold on a second. You've been clicking while you were talking, and you're jumping over stuff.
Oh, was I clicking?
yeah.
I I was worked up.
No, he doesn't, but he should, and I'm trying to get him to come on the show on with us to tell his story a little bit.
Ooh, I really like this too. Yeah, we should. That's a good name for a channel. Is PhD Proper Human Diet. That's a really good one. Yeah, Keith should definitely. Keith, Dr. Canberra got me into BBB and E. Yep, God bless him and his family. Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, me too. I found Dr. Berry and was like, let's try this. So
Yeah,
I'd love to be on Dr. Berry's radar so we can tell him that he's awesome.
Yeah, very much so.
I wish that losing weight would avoid hip replacement, but my cartilage is gone and the bone is rubbing together. The smooth caps on the bone has already worn off, so surgery is the only solution. Yeah.
I forget what that's to, but we appreciate it if it's to us.
I think there was something about her wearing a size 4 shoe and she had to wear size something because of the swelling in her feet or something.
Yeah. For her kids.
You clicked it off before I got to the end of that comment, so I don't know what
she's yapping over there and he's clicking the mouse button.
We have to put you in the naughty corner with Raymond, I think.
Yeah, take his buttons away.
I'm starting to focus now. I'm getting a little loopy. I think we've been on camera for like 8
9 hours. Yeah, 9 hours almost.
I feel like we're doing one of those homestead
24 hours.
I'm going to continue priming since I'm so hungry despite the weight gain. Thanks again for your input, including those in the feed. Yeah, I think you were at the meeting today, I think you said. So they talked about priming and just making sure you never get hungry. And once you get past the priming and start the fasting, the weight will just drop off. So trust the process. These guys know what they're doing.
Absolutely.
52.
52, she is.
52.
I'm 40.
Yeah, I'm 53.
He's grandpa.
The baby corner.
I'm the baby. He's the grandpa. Old wise man.
Did you say if you're under eating, you'll be tired? I'm 1 week into priming for the first time and I'm so exhausted.
Well, I'm trying to think about that. I was under eating before and I was definitely tired. I always explain it like I felt like a car that you left the car's off, but you left the lights on and they're starting to die out and go dim. That's what I started feeling like on like month 7 of doing OMAD because my calories were getting so down there. I was down to like 1,700 calories a day. And I thought, I was stalled. I wasn't losing weight. So I was doing the typical thing that we've all been, like the Stockholm syndrome, where we're all beat into reducing your food if you aren't losing weight. And so I kept doing that until I was down to 1,700 calories where everything was just shutting down. I was super tired. However, then when I was priming, just like Amy said in the SBG meeting today, there's nothing fun about priming. Like there's no joy in priming because you're going to be pretty miserable the whole time you're doing it. Priming is the hardest thing that I've done since I got on carnivore. Like it was worse than the keto flu. I like no joke. It's not for sissies. Like if you're going to prime and you're going to want to prime hard, you're going to be tired and you're going to be not sleeping right and you're going to be a little bit grumpy, which sounds crazy, but you have to, it's just like, I think it's like a shocker to your body, because we all get into carnivore and carnivore is so satiating and we get our satiety hormones back in order. So now we're getting good signals from leptin and everything. And so our appetite starts going down, our stomach shrink, and we're loving it because that's what has been like our goal for forever. And then we go to priming and we're like, okay, you're supposed to eat like 3 massive meat meals a day. And so when I was priming, I was tired the whole time too. So if you that's probably just normal, but they want you to eat before you get hungry, basically. Any thought of food or whatever. They want you to try to always stay ahead of hunger and eat ahead of time and then eat until comfortably stuffed, which made me there was nothing comfortable about it. It was just misery and being over full the whole time. So yeah, and I was tired quite a lot too on priming. But did you feel that way too, Lindy, when you were priming? Did you feel like you're
Yeah.
more?
Yeah, I wasn't used to eating that much. It was a struggle to get all the food down, and I did cheat a few times and just do the 2 meals instead of 3 meals, which was naughty of me, and that's probably why I'm no good at fasting at the moment because I'm not properly primed. But yeah, definitely, you do feel tired, you don't feel hungry, and it's you need to do the priming to be able to do the fasting. And I want to do the fasting because I want the autophagy and the benefits that you get from fasting. But I'm just not there yet. So I have to really concentrate on doing the priming properly. So not sure when I'm going to do that. I'm still getting over this flu bug, and then I'm going to get stuck into it. So
Absolutely.
Mike is 60. Good on you. You're
He's
halfway there. It's like, this doesn't Dr. Chafee say we're going to live to 120? So we're still
absolutely.
babies.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
growing young now.
Yeah. It's been nice. Thanks. I thought I was getting over this bug, but chills and fever again. I'm heading to bed. Hope you're feeling better soon.
Good night.
Good night.
No nasty bug going around. I pray that you will heal without surgery. I pray that God bless and strengthen and heal and make new cartilage to you so you don't need surgery. Hope you don't mind prayer.
No, we don't.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Beth
59. Great, Beth. Yeah.
She's a spring chicken compared to Mike.
Thing is, they're just numbers. How do you actually feel? Maybe 59, but like I'm 52. I don't feel 52. I'm feeling much younger now. And people on the street, they're like, oh, here's my 2 daughters. They're like, why do they look like your sisters? So I'm wrapped with that. I'm happy to be called their 6 sisters. 64, great Pearl.
Yeah. There we go.
Yes.
Oh Lord, yes. Not anymore, but I did. Boy, howdy, did I have purple feet. Now, yeah, I haven't had purple feet in a while. I have slight tinges of red still, but not purple anymore.
Yeah, my feet weren't purple, but my shins were purple. And as I was saying before, my husband said that my feet and my legs are actually looking much better. I've actually got new colour in my legs. They're not as purple as they used to be just over the last week since I've been having these aminos. So I don't know if it's that's, or to use a carnivore, but something's changing. Great, 58, Deb.
58 years young. That's a fact, Mike.
Yeah, big family. I used to have swelling and severe discoloration, much improvement now. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, been a big difference for sure. We're definitely doing something right here. Our bodies are proof of that.
Yep.
There we go. You've got fans already, Keith.
Telling you.
Yeah. Fellow New Zealander, so that's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's nice to have someone close to you. I've met a few Melbourneian carnivores here, just even anyone in Australia. I was like, oh, yes, another Aussie. I get so excited. So, yeah, you got 2 New Zealanders here today, so that's awesome.
That's awesome. Person healed their knee.
A person has healed their knee at church, and she thought it was not possible.
Well, hallelujah. There you
Yeah.
go. It's possible. For sure.
Oh, yeah, no, we would never use PhD. That's
No.
Dr. Berry. So.
Oh, I didn't know it was his thing. I was like, that's a great idea. But no, that makes very good sense.
Yeah. Todd's just been cheeky as usual. Can't take him anywhere.
Let's see here. Okay. There we go. Some more youngsters in the channel.
Yep.
66 and husband 68. I'm afraid to prime like you guys do. I will get sick for sure, but I'm eating 3 meals a day and treating my coffee as dessert. That's perfect. Just do what you can do. So, yeah, don't stress about it too much because stress is no good. So,
yeah, do what you can do and that is sustainable, right? Like the sustainability, that's what I was so guilty of for so long in my life. I would try to always make such big extreme changes and I was just gonna, white knuckle it and force it through. Nothing ever lasts because I was even able to not eat for 17 months, but it wasn't for 26 years. That's what I need something I can do for 26 years. And you really got to think that through. Think what you can really negotiate with yourself to achieve consistently over the next 50 years, like, yeah, you can't, you really got to ease into things and make it really sustainable and remember why you're doing it to be consistent. I found out there's a lot of people smarter than me, or they're like, yeah, no kidding, dummy. But I had to learn it the hard way for sure.
And I haven't actually done the full priming and fasting protocol because I couldn't either. I just concentrate on keeping consistent with my meals, making sure I put the right stuff in my mouth and just eat when I'm satiated, when I'm full, hungry, stop when I'm satiated, and I just sort of do my own thing. But I still love the meetings because I hear about other people's stories, their struggles, and I resonate with a lot of what they're saying. I learn things, just hearing the inspirational stories, and that keeps me on track and me being consistent. So I do want to do the protocol properly one day, but I just haven't been ready. And it's been 2 years. I've been in the community 2 years, and I just haven't felt that I've been ready yet. So just go there and learn, enjoy the community, and learn as much as you can. And then one day it's just going to click, and you'll want to give it a try. But if you don't ever want to try it, you don't have to. I'm just there for the friendship and the support because I don't get a lot of it in real life. So,
yeah, absolutely.
I don't get none. So,
yeah, I did everything the doctor said to do and everything they had me do: created diabetes and insulin resistance, extremely morbid obesity, and the only way to reverse this was to eliminate carbs.
yep.
Absolutely.
And get rid of the cravings.
Yep.
Yeah.
It works. It really does work. And you gotta, at some point, we have to have the real discussion of why won't doctors admit it? Why doesn't the mainstream medical field admit it? Why are they still, I know that you get married to bad ideas and then you have to double down on them to save reputation and everything.
Right.
But holy crap, how long has this got to go on? Like it's either orchestrated, obviously it's orchestrated for the money, but enough information's come out and there's enough success stories that it's just getting a little bit ridiculous to see people still pandering terrible science.
But I'm too scared to find another doctor because mine's just left, so I need to find a new one. Do I walk in and say, "Hey, I'm carnivore"? Because I know I'm just going to get pounced on. I'd rather just
Right.
say, "Oh, I'm just low carb." Not even keto. Some doctors are still funny with keto. Just say, "Oh, I'm eating a balanced diet." I mean, I've got all the nutrients and vitamins and stuff I need out of meat. It's balanced to me.
We should go in there and say we're eating a diet of like roofing nails and shards of glass, and then they'll freak out and say, actually, it's just carnivore, but this is better, right? At least you got to say that's an improvement.
And
Start
the
with
cows
real.
eat grass, so isn't that a balanced diet?
You're
So,
getting it, yeah.
Yeah, I just hopefully they don't ask me, and yeah, I think that's probably. I'll just say I'm eating a balanced diet. I mean, they don't need to know. I don't really think they care. They just
I'm to
give
the
me
point.
tuna
I'm
food.
I'm to the point where
Mm,
I don't care what the doctor's saying anymore. I found something that's
yeah,
working, and that's all that matters to me.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely. Well, you guys know what I think.
No, I know.
We
If they
do.
tell, yeah, if they tell me that my diet's problematic, I'm going to tell them their brain's problematic because I think they're freaking retarded at this point. Let's see.
Hi, Lindy, Todd, and Michael. You guys are amazing. I tried priming, started today, but 5 hours and still not hungry. I'll try again tomorrow. Thank you for being my inspiration. That's the whole idea. You're not supposed to be hungry, so good job.
Yeah, so that's the thing too. Like I was having that was the worst problem for me with priming was I was supposed to eat 3 hours or 3 times a day. And I mean, it would be 8, 9 hours later, and I'm still full. I'm like, there's no room. My food's still in here. And this is why priming was good for me too, because I realized, oh, I have poor digestion. I didn't know I had such poor digestion, but I did. And so, and that explains some things to me because one thing that I've never stopped craving, which was strange, was vinegar. But when I was more keto, I just noticed that when I would eat vinegar with fats and meats, it helped. I had more energy and I digested it better. When I took away the vinegar because it's just not supposedly carnivore, I wasn't digesting things as good. And I think some of it comes from I was doing OMAD for so long that I needed something to put into my stomach at first, and I got used to drinking a lot of water. And so you drink a lot of water, it washes out your, stomach acid, you're kind of diluting your stomach a lot. I was doing that, and so when I started priming, it was a real problem to try to get 3 meals in a day when it was taking me 9, 10 hours to digest one. I'm like, there's not enough hours in this day to digest that food.
Yep.
But through priming and hitting it hard, my gut my gut bacteria built up and my gut microbiome improved. And then oddly enough, something happened with the amino acids because it was still taking me 7 or 8 hours to digest food. And then I started hitting these amino acids hard, and my appetite went off the Richter scale, and I just leaned into it. I just went with it because my body wanted protein, and I digested like almost 4 pounds of meat in about 3.5 hours. And I went and ate another 4 pounds of meat, which is insanity. Because when I was doing OMAD, I could only eat about 1.5 pounds of meat a day. And then I went from that to I ate like over 30 pounds of meat in 4 days because my appetite was through the roof. And then I was like nervous. I'm like, oh no, what's happening? But I had to lean into it and I was just like, all right, I'm going to trust the process. And that was when my lymphedema started getting better and I stopped gaining as much fluid. So it it's a problem with your gut digestion, but it really will come back if you just keep at it, your gut's gonna start to build up for it.
There's one of his meals.
That was one. I ate that in one sitting. I was just taking down so much of that. It was so crazy. Uh,
And Michael and I are still waiting for our invite.
Uh,
I'll get you guys.
I think this was in the morning that day,
was
the same day.
second meal. Yeah, I ate that,
Same
and then
day, yeah.
I ate that and the other one in one day. It was crazy. That really happened. And I was just as shocked as anybody. uh,
Oh, hi. Thank
howdy,
you.
howdy.
Tampa
Just
Jan.
usually don't get to comment because I watch on TV. That's okay. Thank you for supporting us and just for being here. Truly appreciate your support.
It's all that
Yeah.
matters.
Super amazing. Let's see.
I don't know what I do without the support. I only get it from SBG and now here. Yeah, well,
Absolutely.
there's no support for me outside of SBG and this room. So,
Yep.
Oh.
yeah, welcome to the family. We're all family here.
Get ready to clap, gang.
I'm 14 months on Carnivore. After 30 months keto, lost 225 pounds and holding.
That's awesome.
Yay.
That's awesome. Congrats.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
That's
fantastic.
life-changing. Life-changing, man.
Doctors can't go against medical guidelines. They can be sued and malpractice insurance will drop them. The medical guidelines need to be changed, but they're controlled by big junk food industry.
Yep.
Yeah. Todd's got a whole spiel about this, but we might not want to go there.
Yeah, I'll save it for another talk because I'll go on a rampage.
Different channel.
Yeah.
Yeah, we might get shadow banned. Yeah,
sure.
that is an
Absolutely.
amazing achievement.
It is. It's awesome.
Very,
So
very
proud
good.
of you. Good job. My labs have improved every time I go in, so I'm honest with the doctors and they can't argue with me because I have the labs to back me up.
That's right.
Yeah, good, Deb. Yeah.
Yeah. Those are called the receipts. And when you bring them and your doctor refuses to acknowledge them and still talks bullcrap, that's when you ask him if he's feeling okay or if he needs a doctor because his brain is not functioning.
Right.
That's what I do.
It is.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I struggled with it big time.
It's so funny, right? Because if you watch The Whale, right, we've all got buckets of KFC sitting around.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Pizza
Right here.
guys drink-
Got
yeah.
mine right next to me. I've been waiting for the showdown so I could get into it.
Exactly. And we're all the reality of it is we're all so malnourished and used to restricting ourselves so much. Once we become insulin resistant, sure, we all did stupid things to get to insulin resistance because we, usually we do it when we're growing up or whatever happens, but whatever. And then we all restrict ourselves, and now we're to the point where we're like 3 meals a day. We're, how much room do you think I got in here? Like we all have hard times doing it. That's the reality of it. That's why that movie was so stupid, Let's see here.
That's why I want to cure my trigger finger problem because my doctor will put me back on methotrexate and it made me sicker than the rheumatoid it was treating. Yeah, it's always like they're treating one symptom that gives you another symptom and yeah, it just snowballs, doesn't it? My grandmother had her own pharmacy at home. Like I don't know how many tablets, 30, 40 tablets she was taking daily. It was disgusting.
Absolutely.
And she was just so sick the whole time.
For sure.
Do you still have vinegar, Todd?
I do now. So I was off of it for about 9-10 months. And then I was like, you know what? This is stupid. It makes sense to me why my body wanted vinegar. I know, think about it. I don't know if you guys do this, but where I'm from, you put vinegar in water and it cuts grease and it'll clean your dishes. You use vinegar to cut grease on your dishes, your countertops, your stoves. And it's because grease is an emulsifier, and it breaks down fat. And so for me, when I love a cold shot of apple cider vinegar before I eat, and that will help me digest the food. But what happens is I get a boost of energy when I have meat and fat after having a good stomach load of apple cider vinegar because it just breaks down the fat and emulsifies it way quicker that my stomach can absorb it better. So it doesn't make me crave anything. I don't have any histamine responses to it. I don't have any, inflammation responses to it. It doesn't make me crave any carbs. It doesn't make my appetite more. It doesn't do I haven't found a reason not to do it. And so I absolutely take it now. And there's some carnivore purists that love to give me a little bit of a hard time over that. But I think of carnivore as an elimination diet first and foremost. It's a animal-based, lowest carb elimination diet where you should absolutely eliminate everything down to nothing until you are free from being an addict, because we're all food addicts. And once you've freed yourself from being a food addict, then you can add things back in and see if they have a negative effect. For instance, I stopped using pepper. I didn't know why I was stopped using pepper. I just did it to eliminate my diet to just B, and E. And so just bacon, beef, butter, and eggs and salt. That's all I was eating, and just drinking water. And I took pepper out. I didn't, in my mind, taking pepper out was stupid. There couldn't possibly be anything to it. Well, then I got peppered bacon, and I got a dose of pepper again like 3 months later, and I had like a histamine response to it. And I'm like, holy crap, I'm allergic to pepper, or my body doesn't like pepper. So I use pepper all the time. Would have never thought in a million years that black pepper could have been a cause of anything. And here I was, it was giving me, it made my lungs wheeze like bagpipes. Just a little bit of pepper on bacon. So it was a real thing. Michael had the same thing with radishes.
Yeah, I can't eat them no more.
Yeah. So just silly things, right? So it is good to do an elimination diet, but if you put vinegar back in and it doesn't have any negative responses to you, and it helps you digest more food and get a benefit out of it, then just do it. That's why it's so individual. It's such a nuanced thing where everybody has to find out all the nuances for themselves because it's so individual. All right, let's see where we're at. Bam.
About how much weight Tampa Jan lost.
Yeah.
That is awesome. Same with this one too.
Did we get this up there yet?
Nope.
Oh, sorry, wrong one. I thought that was something else. Yeah, that is a crazy amount of weight. It's so good. Absolutely applause. Or
Yeah.
there we go. That sounds like somebody from your neck of the woods.
That's so good.
Let's see here. Trying to see if I missed any hold. My mate thought vinegar was causing goutness, so he's a big meat breakfast, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Now he has a big meat breakfast and no more gout.
Yeah, absolutely.
In our life about gout. Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about that today, but yeah, I used to get gout. Have you guys ever had gout?
I don't think so. No.
Man, yeah, I used to get it terrible, and it's bad. Like, I had heard about gout earlier in my life, and I was thinking, no, what? Sore joint or what? Poof. Like, I've had some pain in my life, but gout is on another scale. That really will cripple you up, and it was bad. I used to get it in my left foot all the time, 6-7 times a year, and I would have it I couldn't walk on that foot for a week or two. Every time I get it, it was bad. And since carnivore, not a single bit of gout, not one.
Does the perfect amino powder taste as horrible as people say? Any suggestions on good ways to get it down? I get the capsules, and they go down fine. They smell a bit funny, but you don't smell it if you swallow it quickly.
Yeah, this is the non-perfect amino powder, and I call this vomit powder because it tastes like stomach acid and earwax.
Yeah.
But the pills, they also made this in the pill form, which is gone. Which this is the first round that we took. That was the 23 aminos, so it's the 8 essentials and the sorry, I'm holding that like an idiot. This is the 23 aminos. It was in pill form, and I much more appreciated that because you could just swallow them down. but I was taking 60 of those pills a day. So it was kind of a lot. But yeah, the powder does taste like vomit, but you kind of get used to it.
No, well, I won't try the powder. I'm a wimp. I use the Perfect Aminos. They're expensive though. That's the only thing, but it's making a difference that I can see. So I'm going to keep going. I'm happy to invest in my health.
Absolutely. Would you wait after priming for adding it back? Apple cider vinegar back only if it may, like, no, I would probably take it, but really the question is, have you gotten into ketosis long enough where you're not like that you can trust your body's signaling, your cravings versus hunger type of thing. If you're at a point where you can listen to your body pretty good, just add the apple cider vinegar back and see if it is making you crave any sugar or anything. If it's not, and you're not getting wheezy or inflammation or
Right.
anything like that, then, and if it's helping your digestion and helping you get that food down quicker, just go ahead and do it, But
I lost all my weight with no exercise. I'm in a wheelchair from back injury.
that's
Yeah,
awesome.
I don't think none of us have really exercised a lot either. It's just all diet, being consistent.
You're watching my exercise right now, running this mouth. Let's see.
That's amazing. You're doing so well.
That's awesome.
Absolutely.
Apple cider vinegar in water is awesome. I agree. I'm not a carnivore purist. Do you still have your gallbladder, Todd?
I do. I did. I managed to hang on to it.
Mine's gone. They ripped it out when I was 21, so I have no gallbladder.
I have mine.
Yeah. My mom doesn't have hers, and she does ox bile and bile salts and vinegar as well, apple cider vinegar, and that helps her. Let's see.
Yes, I make cleaning solution using vinegar, salt, dawn liquid, and citrus peel, lemon, orange, grapefruit. The longer it sets, potency increases, doesn't spoil.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'd love to do that and not buy the chemical crap. Mm.
Yeah.
Smells better too.
Does.
How do you drink the ACV? What are the aminos for?
I like it cold, so I keep my apple cider vinegar in the fridge, and I just put it in a little glass, and I drink about 2 ounces at a time. And I know some people think that's gross. I like it. I like the little burn. It's like a little shot of whiskey or something.
You get used to it. Yep.
Yeah, I like it. I just
bad
shoot it.
for your teeth, though. I heard that it was bad for your teeth, so you need to suck it through a straw.
I've heard that too. I shoot it straight to the back of my throat. It doesn't really hit my teeth, because I literally just take a shot of it and I tip it back, But I don't know. I don't know if it really is. There's so many people say silly things about
I don't know.
that
I just
stuff.
thought I'd phrase it just in case.
Well, it's just like you can put a nail in a can of Coke and it'll eat it in a couple of days. And we all drink that stuff all the time. Yep. And so like I was drinking 24 Cokes a day when I was a kid. So I'm like, if my teeth didn't like fall apart and degrade into, a vapor from all the Coke that I drank, the vinegar's probably not going to hurt it. You know what I mean? Because I heard that too. They do definitely say that. So I think there's some silliness to that, some lifestyle stuff to it.
It's hard to know what to believe now, isn't it? You hear these things as like, is there any truth to this, or is it just another? Yeah.
Absolutely. And the amino acids are basically for healing your gut microbiome and then being a precursor for all other nutrients for your body. Basically seeing if we can make the protein in the foods that we eat and the micronutrients in the foods that we eat, if we can absorb them at a greater percentage, like if we can just get more effective healing, basically is what we're trying to do. So we don't know what to expect for it, but there's a lot. Just look up aminotherapy and there's some fun stuff that you'll pull up there, and that's what we're experimenting with basically.
Raymond and Emily have got a video if you go to their channels, and with Dr. Regina, all about aminos. And I haven't actually finished watching it, but I'm sure there's a lot of information on there.
Yeah,
so
that's
definitely
great.
worth a watch. I think
Absolutely.
Michael's looking it up.
I'm pulling it up now, yeah.
Yeah, so he'll pop a link in there. Definitely watch it and see what you think. It's worth a try if you've got some healing to do.
Absolutely.
I don't think it's going to it's for everything. It's only for if you've got things that you want to heal or just to optimize your health a little bit, but definitely not something we need to take forever.
Exactly. Yep. Yeah, absolutely. I think it makes me feel better too. That's why I'd stopped it for a while, just because I was eliminating everything, and I just wanted to pull it out of the equation. But it's one of the first things I put back in, because it's the only thing that I never stop craving. I always crave vinegar-based things, and I finally realized that my body's telling me something, so I just went back to it. Do you ever have vinegar, Lindy?
No, not really. No, I did buy it at one stage when I was doing the snake juice diet. I think I bought 3 bottles of it, and I ended up throwing them out because I don't use it.
How about you, Michael? Do you ever crave it?
Yeah, I love it when if I make like ground beef and I make it turn into like a little bit of a chili. Yeah. I'll pour it on top of that. It's really good.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I just posted the video about that in chat. You can see what the doctor has to say about it.
Yeah, and here's another concept too. Yes, there's this whole group of people. Do you take supplements or do you not take supplements? Do you, to me, we were starving to death. And just like we're doing, just like when I first started, I really, really needed electrolytes. Yes, the meat has electrolytes in them, but I was so deficient in potassium, magnesium, that it helped me to take electrolytes. I don't need them anymore. I took them for 7 months, and I finally got satiated with electrolytes, where now I'm just playing maintenance with electrolytes, where before I had to dig myself out of a hole. I feel the same way about all supplements. If you have a vitamin D deficiency, if you have a vitamin K2 deficiency, if you have a vitamin B deficiency, yes, you'll get it with the meat. But if you didn't get it for 20 years, it's going to take you a little bit longer. So it's okay to load up with supplements until you feel like you've been satiated on these particular deficiencies, right? And the same way goes for aminos. We're not saying you're going to take aminos for, I think of it as amino priming. Basically, if we're going to prime with aminos, we're going to fill the deficiency, and then we use the meat to maintain. It is all in the meat, but it's in smaller doses. Right now, we are mainlining this stuff to really get it in there to fill this void. So that's why we're doing it. All right, let's see what's this. Which flavor? So I don't want any. I assume you're talking about the perfect aminos.
I just get no flavor because
I
find anything is me, and then I start to crave. I keep everything raw. For me, that's what I need.
Yep. All right.
Hi guys, today I just threw a frozen ribeye in the air fryer. I've seen it done on YouTube. It turned out amazing. This is the best way to cook a ribeye. There you go, Todd. That's what I do, and he gives me crap over it every day.
It hurts my soul a little bit. I'm a steak snob. So
you are.
I am. Yeah. But it's okay. You haven't had one of my steaks before, so I understand that tastes good right now.
Okay, come. We'll get this. Todd can cook us all a steak.
Come on out. I would
beef steaks as well. So yeah, we'll sit there and watch you cook a steak.
Absolutely. I'll show you how we do it back home, because I just think it's superior. But honestly, I like to Take them out, pat them dry, let them air dry in the fridge for 24 hours, salted. Okay, let it absorb, and then bring it down to room temperature. Pat it dry one more time, and then air fry it. Or sous vide it would be even better. If you wanted to, the best way to do it is to sous vide it, pat it dry again, and then sear it in clarified butter with some whatever herbs you prefer. I like rosemary, thyme, garlic. This is back in the day. It's the best tasting one. It's not all carnivore, but if you want to do it carnivore, just do a ghee and a little bit of salt. And then you pan sear, but you got to have a very, very hot, thick cast iron pan. And then you got to, but the biggest thing, you got to let it rest for half the time that you cooked it for. So like 7 to 10 minutes, let it cook, let it, rest. Don't flip it over with a fork. I watch people do that. They stab their steak and they flip it over. It makes my soul die inside. Because when you do that, you break the seal and it just bleeds out all the juice into the skillet. And that's two terrible things that it does, because one, you lose the moisture from the steak, and two, the moisture turns into steam and you end up steaming your steak, and that's a travesty. Don't ever steam your steak, fry your steak, for the love of Pete. So
It's too complicated for me. Just whack it in the air fryer, chuck it on the plate, and then lunch away.
but it's
That's
so
too fussy.
good. And then cut it at an angle against the grain, and it's a thing of beauty.
Butter,
Me too,
gallbladder.
Lindy. I was 21 now, and I had mine out, so ACV helps a lot. Yeah, I struggled for like 6 months with loose stools when I started carnivore, and I just pushed through it because I was housebound anyway at the time. I didn't go out, so toilets nearby. But now I'm fine. I don't need anything. I seem to tolerate fat really well, so obviously everything's adjusted well. Oh, Sandra, that's terrible.
Shame.
Well, I hope this you get some relief with this carnivore and you can get some of your life back. Yeah.
Absolutely. I hope it gets that inflammation and he helps you with the pain for sure.
Yeah.
Let's see here. What we got?
I love vinegar and sour stuff too, Todd. My treat is now pickled jalapenos.
Mine too.
Thank you.
They're awesome.
They are awesome. Pickled jalapenos are the bomb. They're my guilty pleasure to this day. Is pickled jalapenos dapped off with a little bit of Tabasco, because sure, I like the other stuff too, but Tabasco and Tabascos and pickled jalapenos, just they go together so good. I like them on just a little strip of steak. Pretty much every strip of steak should have a dab of jalapenos. I don't do it I do it limited because it's fun, right? Because if we ate it every day like that, it would kind of get boring too. We get palate fatigue with the same thing. But it's fun to bring it in like 20% of the time, because then it's a treat. You don't get palate fatigue, and it's still really fun. It makes you just appreciate it that much more,
Yep.
Well, I've never had one, so I couldn't tell you.
You don't have pickled jalapenos where you're from?
Oh, they probably do, but I've never had one.
Oh, man, we got to try it. Oh, you should get one, cook a steak, and try it on the live stream and tell us what you think of it. You should. Okay, here's what we should do for next Sunday. Remember how I said you should take one of you call them porterhouses. They're New York steaks. They're not porterhouses. But take one of your porterhouses out of the freezer. Let that baby thaw out in the fridge for the love of Pete. Then the day before on your Sunday, because that would be our Saturday, take that thing out, pat it dry, put whatever smoked salt you want on it, put it on that drying rack, put it in the refrigerator overnight, and then on the live stream just before, you cook that thing however you like it in your air fryer, and then you have a jar of pickled jalapenos, and you try it. You try it and get the tamed ones, because I know you don't like super spicy food.
Yeah,
so
she don't like spicy.
Yeah, get the tamed pickled jalapenos.
Yeah, I like spicy.
Oh,
I've got a better idea. Why don't we just all do this in Austin? And we'll do a live from Austin, watching Todd cook me the steak to his perfection, his porterhouse or whatever you cook. And and we'll get some jalapenos there.
All right, deal. We will
Thumbs
do
up
that.
if you agree with me.
We're gonna go
We
live.
want to see Todd cook. Yay!
We're gonna go live from Austin, and we're gonna find a place. See, back home we had a place called Eno's, and they had a refrigerator full of raw steaks, and then they had a giant grill, and you could just buy whatever steak you wanted and go grill it up. So we're gonna try to find a place like
I
that.
bet you they got it out in Texas.
They gotta have a
Um,
place like that in Texas.
if you're in Texas and you know about a place that lets you do that, let us know.
Austin.
Austin, yeah.
What's that gal's name from the
'Cause,
SPG gang? Anna.
Alicia.
Alicia. Yeah, if Alicia, if you see this, hit us up and
Let
tell
us
us
know.
where. Either that, or we can come to your house. We'll cook you one too.
Could be the Texas meetup.
Exactly, that'd be fun.
We should do a meetup in Austin. If everyone who's going lets us know, we can maybe meet up somewhere. I want to meet as many of you as I can. How cool would that be?
Absolutely.
Probably the first and only time I'll get to the US. So someday I'd like to start a YouTube, but I can't get over being on that camera. So look for Carnivore Recovery someday. I just need the nerve. Shoot
Look at
me an
all of
email
us.
and we'll have a chat, because that
We're
was
all
me.
up here. We didn't want to push that button.
I was a guy before Carnivore that my own family wouldn't see me with my shirt off. Now I've got before and after pictures of my naked body, and I'm sending him titty pictures to make him smile. So yeah, it's my titty move pictures. So trust me, Carnivore will change you. It'll set you free. There we go. She's interested. All right.
I always put a little bit of vinegar in the boiling water when I make poached eggs. Also, it's great. Yeah, apparently it holds the shape or something, doesn't it? Yeah.
I also hear you put a little bit of vinegar if you make scrambled eggs. I hear it's supposed to be really good.
That's really good.
Okay.
And you can't have deviled eggs without vinegar. Like people, all these carnivore recipes I see making deviled eggs, and none of them have vinegar in it. And I'm like, that is a sin. You can't make deviled eggs without vinegar. That's the number one ingredient in deviled eggs, for crying out loud, in my opinion. So yeah, you got to have the vinegar, you know. What do we got here?
I just got a new bottle of organic ACV because apparently it's nice and sparkling water. Yeah, I wouldn't mind trying that. That would be good.
Ooh, we're gonna tell on you.
I'm gonna text him right now. You got Emily's page? I'll send you Emily's link too.
Let's see.
I can't thank you enough for all the info you have shared tonight. Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah, we can't thank you guys enough for being here, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, if we're not here for each other, who have we got, you know? No one on the outside that wants to know about this, so I fancy my steaks for about 3 to 4 minutes aside. I don't have time for messing around. Yeah. I decided when you get to eat a steak every day, they don't always have to be the best one you ever had. Exactly.
Right. I so disagree. When you eat a steak every day, it should be the best one you've ever had, because if you're cooking a steak, for 8 minutes, you could cook it for 12, and you could put like 12 minutes into it and make it amazing every time. Like, I hate to waste 8 minutes and then have it not great. You know what I mean? It's like I threw away the 8 minutes, so it's like it only takes a minute, because I cut all my own steaks anyhow. I cut them all out of roast and I vacuum seal them. So it's no big deal for that little extra step. And it's just a couple more little things. It's not bad. I think you guys are building it up in your head to be something it's not, because it's not that much work. It takes like 18 minutes to cook a steak the way I do it. And where otherwise I would cook it badly for like 14 minutes or something silly. To me, I hate, it's a waste. Like, if I'm going to dirty a dish and get the grill dirty, I want this thing to be awesome. You know what I mean? Because it's a shame to dirty a dish and then also not really enjoy it to know that you could have done better. That's the way my brain works. It drives it, but I also do have just a skosh of OCD.
Yeah, I just like to keep it simple. Seriously. I mean, yeah, that's a restaurant meal.
That's my
Absolutely.
daily go-to.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, I do. I live in Bozeman, Montana. I probably am going to get to the point where I shouldn't tell people this, but I do.
They're going to come over and demand steaks.
But yes, ma'am, I live in Bozeman, Montana.
I do too, for a crispy exterior with fur inside.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Well,
That's what I'm.
Sandra, waiting for my invite. She's a bit closer. I might be able to go there. I put about 2 tablespoons in a small highball glass with carbonated water. That's my occasional treat drink with dinner. Tastes like gin and tonic to me. Adds it
Yeah.
in the vinegar, helps digest the meat. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it does. I really do. I mean, I can tell because I get a shot of energy, because otherwise it sits there too long, that it takes a long time to process the fat as to energy. But when I do that, I get like a really pretty good energetic buzz, you know.
Mm.
Keith, when I come to Perth in 2025, we got to meet up and I will make you a steak too, buddy.
Yeah, start saving. I am. Definitely.
Absolutely.
I used to cook the steaks frozen in the air fryer until I tried them like Todd does it. Now I will not cook them from frozen again.
Thank you.
I use tongs and a rack to let it rest. Yum. Yeah. I don't know. I'd rather spend my time doing something else. I just cook it, eat it, and then move on. I know.
You guys
Simple. Keep
hurt my
it
soul.
simple.
You hurt my meat soul.
You just need to make a video on cooking a steak. Yes.
Oh,
Do that.
I'll make you a
Yeah.
video. I just where I'm from, this is common knowledge. That's why I just thought it would be boring, but I definitely will. I definitely will make a steak video. Well, do you have any of
Thank
those
you,
pictures you
Kimberly.
could? Do you have a few pictures you could pull up on and share on the screen of the steaks?
Of the
Of my
steaks, yeah.
steak or
Yeah.
the steak?
Wait, whose steaks?
Well, both of our steaks. Maybe we could do a side by side.
Well,
Oh, I don't have any. I don't
oh
take
yeah,
photos
no,
of my
yes.
food because I've eaten it too quick. See, Kimberly agrees. It's way too much work, Todd. Frozen in the air fryer.
It's
Listen,
not.
I've seen pictures of their steaks. Todd's look the best, hands down.
Absolutely. I totally agree, but I just
Yeah,
couldn't be
she
stuck.
knows.
But
No, I
I
know.
can, you can, but you can get efficient at it. It's not like it takes tiny little things, like a little quick, put it on the drying rack the night before and then just leave it. Cause you're eating the steaks tomorrow. That's like 2 minutes worth of work. When you're in there filling, like I do it when I'm filling up my glass with ice, and then I put it, cause I got this bucket, right? This thing here.
Yep.
I put ice in it and I put it in the sink. It's filling up. Well, it's filling up. I'm grabbing the steaks and salting them, patting them dry, putting them on the drying rack. That's it. I'm done right there. Like, it didn't take any extra time. I would have just been tapping my toe waiting for this thing to fill up. Instead, I
Then
prepped
I'd
my
still
steaks.
stick it in the air fryer. Why would I
Lindy.
get a pan and dirty a pan?
Lindy,
Yes,
No,
all you
no.
got to do is have Scott make it for you.
Exactly. There you go.
He'll burn the house down. You know that. He'll cremate it and then burn the house down with it. No, my husband doesn't cook. I'm sorry.
I love spicy pickles too, but I haven't been able to find any spicy pickles that don't have sugar in them. Like Wickles pickles have a bunch of
Yep.
sugar in them, but pickled jalapenos do not. That's why I choose those. I would love spicy pickles though, for sure. Let's see.
Michael, can you post Joel and Todd's channel? I want to start, but can't find
I
you guys.
will do that.
No worries. Let's see. I think I can even post them because I know what they are. All right. So yours is at Mixed Streams, right?
Yeah.
All right. So www.
This is why I usually post the links
because
because.
I'm super slow and terrible. I know.
You're supposed
Wait,
she
you
must.
go ahead. I'm only timing you.
Okay, I put one up there already. Now I'm
Oh,
doing
is there one
one.
up there already? Okay, I didn't even see it.
I'm a 2-finger keyboard warrior.
If you air fried your steak, you'd have more time to type.
There we go. Bam. Did I get them? Did I screw them up?
Yeah, I think you screwed mine up. You get yours right, but you screw mine up. I see how that is.
It was at
No
mixed
wonder I got
streams.
less than
It was
you.
at mixed streams, right?
No at symbol.
Symbol.
Oh, what's the? All right, hold on. Let me go copy it.
All right.
I got
They
this.
get the idea.
No. We're fixing it. I'm not going to hear about how I.
Sabotage my channel growth.
Oh yeah, I'm doing that to you. You as these people are like, hurry up.
He's just milking time. He just wants to get more time off the clock.
There we go. Did that work?
There you go.
All right. Jeez, this is
Good
why
job, Todd.
I'm not the techie guy. I type like this, and I can't see because these glasses are the wrong prescription since I went carnivore. I'm basically he's working with special needs people over here. Let's see.
Speak for yourself.
Oh, pickled jalapenos. I was speaking for myself. Pickled jalapenos. Yes, they're very, very good. I enjoy them, and you like them too, right, Michael?
I love them. Yeah. Just
Yeah.
make sure you check the label. No sugar.
Yeah, find the ones with no sugar.
Always check labels before you buy anything. Pickles, whatever you buy.
Yeah, hatch green chilies are good too, but they have a little more carbs in them, but not bad. Oh, they're good and they are delicious. With my
It's
ground
good.
beef.
It's good.
Yeah, I definitely have gotten a vinegar like taste lately.
Yeah, it's not an Aussie thing, but you got me interested in a pickled jalapeno. Yeah, me too. I'm kind of intrigued. See
Really
what all
good.
the fuss was about.
We got people on board for a steak cookout live stream in Austin.
Yes, can't wait.
Yeah, you got everybody going on that one.
Yeah, it's done. Sold. You gotta brush up on your cooking skills. I think you're gonna have an army to feed.
That's all right. I got you. We cook
For 4th of July.
yeah, for the 4th of July for over 500 people sometimes. So
But you can't bring fireworks down, can you? Because of the borders and all that. Is that right? Or can you do?
yeah, not on a plane. Like that'd be a problem if I drove. Yeah, I mean they get mad if they catch you, but they got to catch you first.
Could send them over prior.
Be fun. You can take an Uber. They have Ubers. I don't know how far away you are.
I'm in Dallas, Texas, but I will ask all my Austin friends if they know. Thank
Are
you.
you going to KinoCon then? Let's see. Here we go.
Yes, I'm bringing you tamed pickle jalapenos to KinoCon, Lindy. I like the tamed ones too.
Yeah.
Yay! Definitely, we're going to have to try them. We'll eat them together.
For sure. Oh,
Bye,
good night.
Darlene.
Thank you for being
Good night.
here. Night, Arlene. Let's see.
Can't wait to see you all in Austin, Texas. You guys will be dangerous. I know. I'm a little bit worried. I feel sorry for the Austin people, residents. Todd's in the house. Yeah.
We might get banned. Yeah.
That's funny. Well, it'll be okay.
My reason for my channel is to give back to everyone who feels they have no hope. It helps me to heal from my husband by helping others. Yeah, so shoot me an email and we'll have a chat.
Yep.
Limitless Lindy Carnivore at gmail.com. Yeah, I love to catch up and just have a chat. No pressure,
Absolutely.
no obligation.
Nope.
Just
Awesome.
support.
Same reason we're all doing it for.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it does I don't know, there's a little bit of growth that happens for sure when you do this too. Like you end up being part of something bigger than yourself, and that's a good thing when you're I learned this when I got married because I used to have a gambling addiction. And when I got married, I thought, oh, this, I was always just like food. I was always quitting the gambling, trying to keep it in check. And when I got married, I thought, man, this is going to be bad. Because I didn't want to hurt my wife, financially or something. So I was always nervous about that. But it was never a problem when I was married because I immediately learned that we'll treat ourselves terribly. We'll destroy ourselves. We'll treat ourselves like garbage. But I couldn't do that to my wife. She even wanted me, to go out and play sometimes. And I just remembered one one year it was for my birthday, and I was sitting there, and she wanted me to play, and I couldn't have fun. I played a lot of poker. I was good at poker. I was bad at everything else because I would win money playing poker, and then I'd go to the slot machines and tank it on purpose, I think. But at any rate, she wanted me to go play with my poker buddies that I knew for a long time. And the whole time I was sitting there, I knew winter was coming, and I was like, she doesn't have a good coach. She was cold last year. And for some reason, I could not. I was looking at that money, and I'm like, I'd be a real piece of crap if I lost this money and didn't buy her a coat, for winter. And that was when I realized, oh, we're all supposed to be serving something bigger than ourselves, our spouses, our kids, those type of things. So on a diet aspect, it is good to be in a community where you're serving other people because now as much as I want to lose weight for myself, I don't want to let other people down because I know that if I fall off the wagon, it's going to be a bad example for somebody that this could really free, that this could save their life. And I mean, not to make it sound like it's something bigger than it is, but that does help me. It just gives me more of a why to keep the focus. You know what I mean? Because it just makes you want to stay true to it is all that much more so that you can be an example of these people that you're kind of really feeling for and creating relationships with in the chat and stuff. I want all you guys to get better and to be able to have this breakthrough. So it's a real big thing. So that YouTube channel, I think, really help you. I really do.
Yep.
Mm.
Let's see here.
I do want permission from you three to post share parts of this video.
Absolutely. Spread it all over. You're welcome to show as many people as you want.
We just want people who are lost and feel like there's no hope to find us so that we can show them that there is hope out there. Yep. And you can make a change and dig yourself out of that hole. So as many of those people that we can reach, that's why we're here. We're not doing it for any other reason but to help others.
For sure. Because we all got a second chance at health and living,
Yes. And I want all the other ones out there to get a second chance as well because they all deserve it.
Absolutely.
Make sure you get ACV from a reputable source. Bragg is no longer good since Katy Perry bought it. Plus, they're going to use apples with that nasty appeal coating.
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Make sure you put this in the text message, Michael.
I know, Raymond. I got something on Keith now. That's it. Keith, better be good to me, man.
Screenshot.
I got dirt on you.
You're in trouble now, Keith, so watch out. Oh, she got family there.
Oh.
How big is Bozeman? Is it like a big place or?
Well, it's probably I don't know. I'm trying to think. Bozeman's kind of funny, but it's probably the second biggest town now, I would guess. I don't know. I know Billings is beating it. I don't know if Kalispell is still beating it anymore. See, Bozeman might be the third or fourth biggest town in Montana, but the problem is that the county, the county's bigger, I think, than Yellowstone County, which is where Billings is, might be bigger, but Gallatin County, I think, has got to be the second biggest county because so the town proper might be the third biggest, but everybody that comes to our town that lives in the county and the surrounding areas, I think it pretty much puts us as the biggest town, I think. So yeah, it's fairly big for our state, but I mean, we're talking, it's so relative, because we're a very big state with only 1 million people. So there's a lot of towns that have more people than our entire state have. And so we're kind of grasping at straws here to call it big, but yeah, it's a very popular place for sure. Yeah, ask your family if they've ever bought fireworks at Big Badass Fireworks. They might have met me before if they did.
So where is the video of this perfect state preparation? I'm willing to entertain 8 extra minutes.
All right, I will
It's
make a video. Here's what I'm going to promise everybody. When the Logitech Reach camera gets available, don't roll your eyes at me, sir. I see what you're doing here. When the Logitech Reach camera becomes available, I'm going to buy it because it's the camera that I want to make cooking videos with. Because I don't want.
You could just have your niece hold her phone, and it would be the same thing.
What part of me comes off as that kind of a hack job there, Michael? I want the equipment.
Yeah.
So because the Reach is built for just these type of videos, I would have already done these videos if I had the Reach. I went to buy it and it's not available yet. It's almost available. So it's coming. I think it'll be coming probably close to Christmas or next year, right? Michael was nice enough to put me on their waiting list, and I'm waiting for that email, and I will definitely buy the Logitech Reach camera so that I can make a proper steak video. I can't be cooking with one hand and holding a phone with the other hand and getting all steamed up. We got to have lighting. We got to have, I have to show you how good the crust is on the steak, or else it's not, you're going to lose the sizzle. I got to sell the sizzle here, Mike.
Yeah. Why don't we wait for the camera that comes out that you can actually smell and taste stuff from?
So when that comes out, I'm going to make the video on how I make the lemon drink, the sparkling lemonade that got me free from that. Michael wanted me to make a video on the frittata, right? You said you wanted to see that. So
I'll show some pictures of that.
I'll make a frittata video, and I'll
this
make
guy tortures me all the time with food pictures.
Carnivore, though, good carnivore pictures.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Yeah.
I think we need to send him a little chef's hat to put on top of your cowboy hat for your cooking videos.
That'd be funny. Have a camera hang down. Those are my frittatas. They're very delicious.
Yeah,
those two are loaded. Yeah, we cooked 12 of them one weekend so that we could save them in the freezer. So the pan is layered with prosciutto. It's got a prosciutto crust, and then there's that's the prosciutto. So
I could just do this for your steak thing. So let's take pictures and I'll just hold it up for
exactly. So you layer the pan. It's a prosciutto crust. Yeah, that's the bacon, and I put some jalapenos in there, and it's ham.
Like a pizza.
Well, it's a big. Yeah, we cook it. We pre-cook the bacon. Yeah, and then you mix it in cream cheese with some cheddar, some pepper jacks occasionally. That's my dog. she passed out
after eating frittata. She's passed out.
She passed out from frittata food coma. But then you bake it like a quiche or frittata. You can so a frittata you would use a double boiler and you'd steam it. That takes too long. I do that. I actually like to cook it more like a quiche because it crisps up the prosciutto and it's super good. It is really good. Well, that was what I had for dinner right here. This is My frittata.
Nice.
I was eating for dinner. And you load them up with pickled jalapenos because we're not messing around. And so you might as well. Let's see. We're back on the steak thing. I'm gonna win you guys over. You just have to try it one time, and then you're gonna be like, oh yeah, this is better for sure.
And do you have
So,
carnivore people in Calypso
I am
area?
yeah, so I'm like a new, I've only been around like 3.5 months in the social media world. But oddly enough, I'm surprised how many people from Montana have reached out for a meetup. So we have Helena Kalispell. That's my fireworks company. Big Badass Fireworks. If you've never been there, we have the best fireworks. But
We need to ship often.
for sure. Eventually you guys got to come to our 4th of July show because it is the best 4th of July show. That's not biased, it's just real. But let's see here. But yeah, so I do have friends in Kalispell, but I don't know about carnivores necessarily. But we're getting kind of a pretty good Montana following now. So I wouldn't doubt it. We've almost got enough. I'd like people to come to our barbecue on the 4th and to our 4th of July show because that would be fun, but I'm scared to do it because Bozeman hotels are so expensive. I don't want to put people out to come here because it would cost so much to stay in a hotel here that I feel like we need to do it on a different time. Although the 4th of July would be the best time to do it because we'd eat like kings and the show's spectacular.
Or they have to stay out of town and then someplace.
Yeah, but I don't want people to, the show goes until like midnight
Right.
and then they'd have to drive at night with all the drunks on the road from 4th of July. I don't want to even if they don't drink, I don't want them being on the road at that time with all the drunks because Montana's got a lot of drunk drivers, so it's not a safe time to be on the road.
And it's dark there at night.
Mm.
Do you have like camping grounds somewhere where they can pitch tents or something like that?
We do. In fact, they're only 3 miles away from us is a KOA campground that they can go to. Plus, we have national forest everywhere where you can go for free and pitch a tent. Bring your bear spray, but there's some critters out there. But yeah, you can go into the national forest just down the road and camp. But yeah, I just feel bad for people. You could definitely bring RVs, that would be a thing. And most people in Montana are going to have RVs or campers or whatever. So it'd probably be all right, but we'd have to talk about it. But it'd be interesting for sure because there's a KOA just down the road from me. So, we forgot to put Limitless Lindy's channel on there too. Did you get?
We're streaming this on all 3 of our channels, so you can go to any of our channels and watch it. This video.
Yeah, and you can get to.
I'll drop it. I'll drop it in here and everybody else's.
Thank you.
You keep pushing buttons, Todd. You're good at
I'm
that.
trying to. My ADD brain is having a hard time today.
I use a cast iron pan for my steak unless I'm doing a standing rib roast. Like today, I did my first sirloin tip roast.
That's awesome. Yep. Cast iron is the best way to go. It just holds the heat,
I wrecked mine. I threw it out because I lost it. And then I was told I shouldn't have thrown it out. You can fix it, but it's too late.
Yeah, you definitely can. That's all right. When you're just gonna have to bring a bunch of empty suitcases and we're gonna go shopping and we're gonna get you all the keto products and the salts and the keto crisps and we're gonna get you
jalapenos,
some cast iron, some jalapenos, some good knives, some cutting boards.
I love a Sean Bake, Dr. Sean Baker knife. He's got one of those cool knives. That'd be cool.
I love this. Some people are good at steak, some people are good at other stuff. I like that. I find that always funny for sure. I get it. Hey, Sean Baker called me a simple man, so I get it. Oh, thank you very much, Deb.
Thank you, Deb.
Let's see. From when I was packing at the keyboard. Absolutely. There you go.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
I did.
Oh, did I screw it up pecking at the keyboard? I screwed
It's
it
okay.
up too.
It's okay.
Oh, I tried. I really tried. Did I screw up both of ours?
I got your back. Don't worry about it.
All right.
You get an A for
I think
effort,
they're
though.
all in there now.
I
If
tried.
you're still having trouble, let us know. But they should hopefully be okay now.
Ooh,
Austin
boy.
is 9 hours away.
How many hours wait for you, Lindy?
Good point.
I can't drive there because there's too many sharks. Yeah. We've got plenty of time to plan ahead. What do you know? It's what, 6 months away now? Yeah, 6-7 months. Michigan
to Texas. Yeah, that'd be a rough one. Yeah, that'd be an expensive bill. I used to drive Uber, I did over 7,500 rides. A lot of funny Uber stories.
He's the famous boober.
I am the boober. Did I ever tell that story on here?
No.
I think you could.
You told it someplace. I don't know if it was on here.
I think it was just
it's a tough story to tell.
Yeah, I'll see about figuring if I can get that for
maybe next week.
Yeah, YouTube rated. Probably won't make KetoCon, but I might make it downtown. Right on. Well, we'll definitely do a meetup someplace.
Yeah, well, there's a few people that aren't actually going to KetoCon, but that actually just want to meet up afterwards. So that's obviously definitely an option. I'll probably be staying a few extra days.
For sure. Yeah, I'm going to be there till the 7th. So.
Yeah. I've tried for years to find a why. I just couldn't. For making a channel.
Yeah.
Well, the only reason I came out was when I saw Bill's story. That broke my heart because I resonated with him so much. I was in that position, and I thought I need to show him that carnivore does work, and that's why I came out and shared my story, and then met Todd. We got chatting, did a few live streams, and met the wonderful Michael. So
I had no plans on coming out. No.
Yeah, now that's Bill's fault. I'm sorry.
Yeah. It is. Which is funny, right? Because that's the exact same reason. Me and Lindy both started YouTube channels like at the exact same time, both because of Bill, because we both saw Bill and we were like, he needs to know this works. And we wanted to help him because neither one of us saw anybody like us when we were trying it. And then we wanted to let Bill know there was another person that had done it and that it was working for. And I thought I was like the only one. And then she messaged me in her chat and said she was 800 pounds. I was like, you're kidding me. This is incredible. I thought I was the only one out here, so just incredible.
There's more. And I know there's more out there right now watching.
It is. And if you come on in, the water's fine. We don't bite.
Right.
We can, I don't know if we can help, but we can show you what we did and it might help, and it's worth a shot for sure.
I will ask about the fireworks. Yay, how cool would that be?
That'd be fun for sure.
I lived in Roundup as a freshman and graduated from Lewiston, MT, Montana.
Got good friends from Altown for sure.
Oh my God, I always have a good laugh on your live streams. Thank you all so much for lifting my spirits. Real laughter is one of the highest vibes to achieve. Yeah.
Laughing's the best.
I haven't laughed in a long time. that all changed. So yeah.
Yeah, laughter, that's best medicine for sure.
That's awesome. Before my dad passed, we did fireworks all the way around 3 blocks. He was so happy. We'll tell
To
police.
sure.
The last time I saw fireworks was in Sri Lanka when my oldest daughter, who's 33, she was 4 years old. That's the last time I actually was there seeing fireworks.
Well, what's going to have to happen is after KetoCon, well, what needs to happen is the people need to do some dang things a little closer to Montana instead of sending me to the other end of the United States every time somebody does something. Nobody ever does anything in the West. But after I come to Perth, the next trip when you come back, when it's your leapfrog turn, and you come back to the US, that time you're going to have to make it to the 4th of July show. That's what I think.
Yeah. Well, it's Michael and my birthday's in July, so yeah, it'd be nice to celebrate in the US, in Montana.
We're going to definitely have to do that.
Don't be sorry. Why are you giving? Don't be sorry at all. I did make a video of Chuck Norris carnivore jokes to offer by the way of apology.
No,
there you go.
Yeah, we are definitely, you are in the right place to joke for sure. For sure. That is my native tongue.
I have a grill and air fryer and use both. I'm on my own, so air fryer gets more use.
Mine too, for sure. I have a Ninja that's an electric grill and air fryer combo, and I really like that for making quick steaks. See, I don't always go crazy because I don't always sous vide them and do that because it takes a little bit more work. But so that's negligible, the difference that makes. But thawing it out, cooking it at room temperature, patting it dry, letting it air dry overnight, those are big things, and letting it rest and not poking it to death with a fork like I see people do. Those are big game changers in the steak world. So, but you don't have to sous vide it for sure. Some people don't like that, but everything else is pretty easy, and I use my air fryer grill more for sure. Let's see.
I'm a new carnivore in Great Falls, Montana. Well, welcome.
Absolutely. Welcome, and fellow Montanan. And definitely keep track because we'll have to eventually, we're going to do a meetup here. Yeah. Yep. The Gallatin National Forest, we call it. It's a big one. But yeah, there's also a KOA just down the road for sure.
So do they have bears in Texas or is it just in Montana?
Do they have what in Texas?
Bears.
Oh,
grizzly
yes.
Bears.
Yeah, not grizzlies. I think they have black bear and brown bear. I don't think they have grizzlies in Texas. Montana has grizzly, and that'll eat you. That's the we just had somebody killed. We had like 3 or 4 grizzly attacks this year. It was actually a bad year for grizzly attacks. Yep.
Wow.
They'll mess you up. It's pretty ugly. See here. Oh. Let's see.
Has anyone seen Old Guy Carnivore's collect a Japanese hand-forged Damascus knife? It's so amazing. It's handcrafted in scabbard. It's something to behold. I haven't seen it, no.
I'll have to look at it. And I follow Guy Carnivore, but I'll have to check it out.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Going through things. Yeah, let's keep going. Moved from Michigan to Texas 17 years ago. Nice. My brother lives in Michigan right now. Not sure where. Someplace in Michigan. Bill is awesome. Good dude. Go Lions. A little bit of
what Lions is that?
Football.
Basketball?
Football. Football in Michigan, yep.
Not soccer.
American.
I only know Aussie rules, so is that like rugby? Or is that something different
Kind of,
again?
yeah. It's kind of like rugby, but yeah.
Yeah.
He's a knife collector, but look what updated his collection, except this one, it belongs in Kill Bill. It's so cool. Oh, it's like a sword thing, is it?
Yeah.
Kill Bill have a big sword, like a samurai sword type thing, isn't it?
Yeah, like a giant, yeah, like, what do they call those?
Samurai.
Yeah, they're samurai sword
Katana?
or katana. That was the word I was thinking of. Oh, there we go.
Oh, Lindy, will your husband be going to keto out to Austin with you? No, but my daughter will be. My husband, he hasn't got his passport, and yeah, we need to get the tickets quickly, so he's not going to be able to get it in time. Big long story, lots of red tape. So my daughter, my youngest, just turned 21, and we'll be traveling together. So it'll be a nice mum and daughter trip.
That'll be awesome.
Try NM. I've got to travel for anything worth doing, so I don't bother.
New
So I don't know
Mexico?
what in. Oh, is it? Okay.
I'm wondering. Let's see here.
Oh my God, are you coming to Perth? I'm only 500. Yeah, low carb down under is going to be in Perth in 2025. So we're hoping to get there.
Yep.
I don't know the dates or anything yet, but I feel the same way. I'm in Ontario, Canada, and nobody meets here. I don't like crossing the border or flying.
Right?
Yeah.
It is, but don't tell anybody. Too many people are moving here. They're making the traffic bad. But thank you very much. It is beautiful here.
I agree with Todd. Too many things in Seattle and back east.
Yep. Let's see here.
Looks like a
there's
machete to me.
It's a big one.
I've never been to Texas. I'm so excited to see it. I live in Washington State. Okay.
That'll be awesome. Yeah, I've been to Texas once. To what's that town? Corpus Christi, Texas. Is where I was at. Looking at a
This will
hotel
be
there.
my first time in the States, so I'm excited.
Let's see what we got here.
Hi, Shelley. Hey, Lindy, Todd and Michael. It's hot today. Summer has arrived. Yeah, but I think it's going to cool down tomorrow. And I was hoping to hop in the spa today, but yeah, I think it's getting a bit late now. I've been on the computer all day, live streams. Maybe hopefully tomorrow.
Oh, this is a funny one. Yeah, exactly. Should be easy to cross our borders. That's a Build Back Better joke if I ever heard one. Sorry, can't get political. Shh.
Our subscriber numbers just went down.
Yeah, it's a little chilly here too. I feel you there.
Yep, here too.
Yeah, we terrible weather here. I'm sorry, but this is the first summer I'm actually looking forward to now that I've lost so much weight. I hopefully won't overheat and be uncomfortable like I used to. So I'm looking forward to
that. It's all good here for sure. Definitely speak your mind. I like it.
I just put the aircon on for the dogs, so spoiled.
I hear you.
My little one feels the heat too. She's almost 16 years old, and yeah, she's feeling the heat. She gets very fluffy, so we have to keep her trim for summer.
There we go.
Yes, I'm glad. I am too, actually. It's worked out well. My daughter loves to travel, and it'd be nice just to spend time with her before she gets married and runs off with someone. And enjoy her while she's still home.
For sure.
I have hairless dogs. We used to have a Chinese crested but powder puff version, which they're normally hairless, but the powder puff has hair. And he was a little bit nuts, very psycho. But yeah, I think Dr. Chafee has a hairless cat.
Yeah,
I think so.
He calls
Looks
it
like
little man. Or something.
His looks like a sphinx.
Yeah, so slender and just all muscle, aren't they?
Yeah,
Mm.
that is awesome. Let's see. Well, this has been a lot of fun, man. This almost been a 3-hour one as well. We've been on. I think we've been on video like 9 or 10 hours today or something. It's been a long one. Let's see what we got here. Yep, I feel you.
Yeah, sounds good. Enjoy.
Does sound good, yeah.
Absolutely.
Candles on. Yeah, I rehomed Dusty old, and I want him to have a happy old age. He's a terrier of some sort. Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh, Chinese crested and the powder puff. Most don't know what they are. Yeah, hopefully yours aren't as skipped as mine were. Well, that's another. Yeah, but he was cute still. Don't tell him I said so, but this was the most fun one. Oh, thank you.
Thank you. We sure appreciate it. And we will be back on Saturday with the Steak and Butter Gang. We're doing another round table. What was it? 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Saturday. And then we will be doing our show on Sunday, the same time, or I think we're going to do it a little bit earlier, but just check it out on our channels. It'll be in the up and comings on once we figure out what time we're putting it on. We had to move things around because we had 4 videos today, so
yeah,
we got to pick a time that works for us all. But it'll be on Sunday right around this time, give or take a few hours.
Yeah. Thanks everyone for dropping by.
Absolutely. And next week I'll have a funny story to tell you. I forgot to think of what one I wanted to tell you today. I could tell you the boober one, but I got to clean it up a little bit or YouTube's going to put us in timeout. So hey, it's a true story, but it's PG-13.
There's pictures and videos probably online.
Oh, there is for sure. Definitely. If you look up boober in my area. Yeah. We appreciate it. You guys stay carnivore, stay in the fight. Have a great weekend. We love y'all. We'll see you again.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.